Hello everybody and welcome to the Little Spy Showroom. We are back today with some more I Was a Teenage Exocolonist. I just had to click on the game and then you can see it. I got my coffee, second of the day. It's been a day where I had to get up early. This is not speaking well to my health level. We can empty our swear jar. We cashed that in yesterday. Ada, get back up here and get me the water then. I'm joking. Tammy's on the intro screen. Oh yeah, look at that. I didn't even notice. I knew Anemone was there. So you don't have to romance him. You don't have to finish the game. You just need to get their friendship up to 100. Easy peasy. All right, I gotta go get water. Jokes done. Water obtained. Sip completed. How do I play this game again? PC. All right. I thought Tammy would be more upfront. Guess not. All right. We need to go over here. We need to do something during glow season, if I recall correctly. But that's it. That's all I remember. Also, crap. What were we doing last time? More? Oh, no, we just leave him in. Okay. You leave the front and see Dees talking to one of the senior surveyors. He listens intently to the instructions, and the surveyor hands him a satchel of instruments and claps on the soldiers for walking away. Dees turns to you. Hey, Slim, say. He says. He hikes the satchel on the shoulder and gives you a shy smile. It's still kind of weird to be allowed to be outside the walls. I'm gonna leave him alone. He looks pretty busy, so you say goodbye and let him back to his work. You have to let him keep some of his secrets. Very well, then. Keep your secrets. I feel like there could have been more of that, but the card tells me that I get a card upgrade. I feel like that's a good thing. These guys are dating with their chillins. This is mid-pollen. I don't have to worry too much about. Let's go give that to Rex then. We are mildly stressed. I don't want you to have that. There we go. Woo! Rex's construction product is moving on. Tinkering, tinkering. Alright, I don't know where to go next, actually. I feel like I should know this by now. I feel like we had a plan yesterday, and then I just forgot. Sim, then they said the glow season, then Nomi, we wanted to do something about, okay, hold on. Sim's at 100. I guess we go back to the survey section? No. Why do I feel like I need to have little stress for doing this? No. We want little stress during glow season. I do recall that. So that's not... Okay. Alright. We have to try and handle our stress so that we don't have like a ton of stress during glow season. So at worst we do an expedition right before we chill out right after. What did I just see? Okay. 3 engineering, 2 creativity. Hey, friendship with Nomi. You're honestly pumped for the first day in the robotics lab. There wasn't enough room on the Strato for a proper lab, so for most of your life you've been warned that the bots the colony relies on, like the watering bots and the hover lifts, will eventually all break down for good. With a fully functioning robotics lab, you should be able to keep those bots active for a lot longer. Plus, there's all sorts of unused bots in here. You look around and wonder at the wide array of chassis and shells. Maybe one day you'll be able to create a new robots of your own. You can't wait to show off what you can do. Hal gets you started along with Congruence, who helps with the programming. I'm really just your hand, Hal says, laughing jovially. She's the brains behind the operation. Oh please, Congress chirps. If anything, we're partners in crime. What would I be without you, Hal? So what are you excited to work on? Programming. Isn't it? Congruence agrees. You can do anything in the whole digital world. Translating it into the physical world is another challenge, but I promise you're going to learn so much about bot code. Hal lets you putter to your heart's content, happy to let you work at your own pace while he grades projects from his engineering class. If you have questions, Congruence answers them with her supernatural patience and cheer. You spend the day getting to know your way around the robotics lab, meeting all the bots you're going to be working with. These broken, forgotten bots just need a little TLC. 10 to 11 care. We got an 8. Oh, baby. We even got a 12. Oh, hold up. I don't need to... It's not gonna get much better, but I can take a 5 and make it... No, I don't want an 8, I want a 6. So let's take a 4. I want you over here. Alright, well, hold up. Maybe we do want to... Oh, no, you don't get the 6 there. Value's wild. I mean, it doesn't matter at this point if we do something like that. Yeah, that gives us a better idea. Now, see, the plus 10 ruins it. Okay. Wasn't the best. Got a super gold anyway. Nice. Thanks for the lurk, Roach. I don't know why the bot didn't activate. But I'm not complaining. The bot's activating on that is the least important thing here. No. Hold up. Enjoy another thingamajig. Yay! Where you normally find Rex and Nomi playing together, you find only Rex. You ask him where Nomi is, and he shrugs. Sorry, I don't know. They mentioned they were kind of under the weather. They're probably leveling their Legends of Amara character. You could try messaging them on their holopalm. You thank Rex and go back to your room. You get comfortable on your bed and load up Nomi's private Legends of Amara source. Amara? Did I read Amara earlier? Whatever. Server. Back on Earth, there would have been thousands of people playing this game, but now it's just a brave few nerds. Just as Rex said, Nomi's logged into one of their characters and they send you a message. Hey, sorry if you're looking for me. I feel super crummy, so I'm gonna spend some time in Avamar. Happy face. I'm leveling an alt right now. If you make a new Kara, I can help you with the first group quests. Kind of. Oh, baby, we gotta play warrior. After spending a few minutes after having a minor existential crisis over their name, you eventually give up and name them after yourself. Nomi is waiting for you with their new character, Mydreus, an elven archer with long red hair. They jump a few times in your general direction. Your character's so cute! Oh, thanks, yours too. You think so? Thank you! Oh, wow. Nice. I love the art. You do the first few quests with Nomi. Their character's a little more powerful than yours, so there's lots of time to chat. Nomi keeps up a running banter about your adventures, typing as if they're speaking for their character. Roleplay! Fear my bow, meddlesome creatures. The forest will not miss your presence. It's hard not to notice how much more serious and well-spoken Nomi seems when they're writing in character instead of speaking. You didn't know you had it. You didn't know you had it in them. You didn't know you had it in. Forsooth I do. Taste mine, blade of vengeance, villain. Nomi sends you a string of hearts. You play for a bit until you have to stop to sell your loot at the vendor, marveling at the accessories you'll be able to buy when you have some more gold. Nomi opens a trade window with you and plunks a necklace into it. It's one of the expensive ones and a huge increase in stats. Galactic, I thought it would look good on you. Less than 3, less than 3, less than 3. I'm going to say it and then we're going to flirt back. I shall wear it into battle and think of you my star, replies with a heart. You and Nomi battle your way through a knoll encampment. Okay. And stand face to face with the big bad Graz Mage Pelt. Nomi readies their bow. Heroes, we are called to battle. I don't know why we are actually rolling cards for this. Interesting. Oh man, it's a big one too. This is a medium challenge? Wow. Now if I had a 5. Okay, hang on. What if I did? But maybe. No, it's not medium. Okay. I do want to use this, but we're going to have to use it when there's okay, so plus 7. Yeah, that's about half of it. And then we should be fine for this one. So we got ourselves an 8 here, an 8 there. An 8 here. If I... An 8 here. And then we'll make it a 5 here for 53. You stand victorious over Graz Mage Pelt. When you click out of the loot window, you have a message waiting for Nomi. Our bond is greater than any evil that may befall this land. This power of true love conquers all. Nomi sends you a kissing emoji and a string of question marks. Yes, it's perfect for our characters. Yay, OMG, I'm happy you get it, LMAO. You wait a few minutes while Nomi composes their message, finally send you. Oh my god, we're doing ERP now? Madrea's Tree Whisper turns and embraces Helena in their arms. My love, they say, by your side I would hazard any foe. Nothing frightens me more than the prospect of a life without you. It's RP, not ERP, my bad. Their fiery-haired archer bends to press their lips to Solanaceus, sealing their love with a kiss. You log off game and open chat window. That was really fun. Yeah, thank you. I had so much fun too. Maybe I will use it for inspiration from my manga. Haha, I don't like anyone. I sure don't like anyone like that. OMG. Sometimes it feels like it was just a big ball of hormones here. Like all of a sudden someone cares about who's doing smutty stuff and I'm just sitting here like, yuck. I feel that way too, yeah. A worm? Worm? That's cool. Demi Ace Bros. That's what I thought. I was gonna say Demi Ace Squad. Because it's like, okay, I might be interested in something, but I think I'd really have to like someone first. I don't wanna throw them under the bus. Yeah, like maybe or maybe not. Nomi's good out here. I'm not really thinking about it right now. I just can't imagine liking someone that much. Or them liking me that much. Hahaha. Nomi's enthusiasm, let's go. Neighbors instead of the one to the right. But anyways, thank you for playing with me. Sometimes it's easier to talk about this stuff when I get to pretend to be someone else, you know? Hell yeah. I hate that effect. That's the true magic of role-playing games. That's cool. Let's give this guy a log. Do I have any log for him? Early pollen. That's too late. Nope, no logs. I got a hug though. Hell yeah. Rex beams when he sees you walking towards him. So let us say, just the person I wanted to see. You duck into the shade of an overhanging bit of construction. I want to talk to you about something. I want to talk about us. Well, okay, we're just friends. Still looks. Are you sure? Because that's not what I got from you when we kissed. But I guess he says shrugging. If that's how you want to play it, that's fine. I like kissing people when they kiss me back, so maybe we shouldn't do that again. That's fair. Slings a friendly arm around your shoulders. I'm glad we talked about this, he says. There's nothing better than a kid and their dog. A bit awkward of a statement, but hey, it's awkward to tell someone you don't like them that way, but you feel good about this one, and Rex seems as genuinely happy as ever. It's good to have a friend like Rex. He's out here sleeping in hammocks with someone every night, so I don't think that's... I don't think we're gonna bruise his ego too bad, to be fair. I don't think he's very offended, like, from what I can read from him. I don't think he gets very offended when it comes to, promiscuity, if you know what I'm saying. Even if he is just a teenager. Actually, kind of adults now at 18, but... Go back to the robotics room. Repair more robots. You're heading back to your quarters at the end of the day, and as you pass by medbay, you hear shouts and scrambling from within. Several surveyors have come back with serious wounds, not the usual broken wings, and one of them is holding a tower to her own leg. Big animal bites. Uh-oh. Help in medbay. Unfortunately, we get stressed from that. Gosh, it's a good thing you were there. Triaging and getting the most badly wounded into the medbay is difficult, and the other needs traditional medical attention while they wait. It's hectic, stressful work, but you're able to keep your head and provide assistance. Oh, cool. We can help nursing. Good work in there, Solanaceus. Chief Engineer Instant says, you know, with how the colony's grown, I could use an assistant nurse here. Someone I could trust to take care of things while I'm working in the lab. Come back next month and give me a hand, if you're available. Oh, we got all the blue. Oh, let's go. Oh, nice. They're 3 now. Why are they 3? Because you get a +1 of blue. Hey. Now, I'm pretty sure this could go a little better. +6 if this card, if the card next to it is blue. 39 versus 41, yeah, no. Still not the best we could do. Oh well. I don't want to get too... okay. Early dust. We could give Nomi, a crystal instead of a device. Natural babysitter. They're rolling on the floor with echinacea. encouraging her to get her pudgy little arms under her. Come on, dear heart, Nomi says. Your mommy says you gotta do tummy time. You gotta get extra strong. And then they mention that the baby gets them. Well, the rainbows are good. Okay. I don't got no, like, logs for Rex, unfortunately. I guess we could go repair more robots. I could also try and look at, like, who's close to 100 here. Oh, actually, Nomi's pretty close. I'm surprised Sim's not there. I think you have to, like, actually make a side quest happen. In the robotics lab, Hal and Congruence are like a human couple. They bicker affectionately and share inside jokes just like your parents used to. When you were growing up on the Strato and everything seemed less overwhelming. You always knew Congruence was more advanced. Oh, that's the friggin' controller. TV remote, I mean. I got the batteries. Where's the rest of it? Don't you dare roll off the table, you little sneaky snook. If we had a cover for this, this wouldn't be a problem. You always knew Congruence was more advanced than all the other bots put together, but you didn't realize the assumption was literal. She programs all the bots based off her own code, so it's almost like they're a part of her. Sometimes while you're working on a bot, she'll joke that it tickles. As Congruence's hands, you do physical maintenance on the bots. The ones you see more often are the vacuum bots. As the colony has gotten larger and much, much dirtier, they're more likely to get clogged and break down. Then people have to do more cleaning by hand, which makes them complain to command, which means more maintenance requisitions on your desk. One vacuum bot in particular is just eccentric. It's broken in a way that you can't really permanently fix, but you keep patching it up and sending it back to serve the colony. You see it in the lab so often you decide to name it. We're gonna call it... Johnny 5. Fixing rundown tech. You stencil the bot's name on its chassis and send it on its merry way. There you go, little Johnny 5. See you again in a few days. Yeah, okay. It's the relationship events, which also has something to do with the amount of, like, relationship points you have. That's what I thought. Okay. That makes sense. Which, because, like, I was like, Sim's at 100, but he's not there. I think I had Cal at 100 last time, but he wasn't there. I think. I might have had him in the 90s. High 90s? Probably high 90s. I want to put you around here. So what if I did this? You're still not... You do get a plus, though, so that's pretty cool. I can't get a streak, though. Maybe I should put 3s in place. Oh, that was the best we could do, too. Okay. Lit. This year, Governor Lum's ascension in the Vertumnellia stage is heralded by an entire military band, their instruments shining and nanoprinted new. They march out of command in formation, splitting and forming a phalanx at the foot of the stage as Lum takes his place before you. Spotlights turn on with heavy conchunk noises, illuminating Lum in a halo of floating dust particles. He spreads his arm wide. Hello, Vertumna, his voice booms over the speakers. Are we winning or what? The reaction is mixed. You look around, it's easy to see the ones cheering the loudest are Helios and people who fully adopted their mentality like Anemone. The Stratos are more reserved, some even silent. Security Chief Fred is one of them, his usual stony expression hiding his true feelings. Regardless, there's enough cheering that Lum has to wait for it to die down before it continues. We are killing it out there, people, he exclaims. Every day we claw a little bit more territory from the savage aliens of this planet. A Watato pod arcs through the air and lands with a broken splort at Lum's feet, splattering him with juice. You don't see who threw it, but the faction from Geoponics is looking restless. They begin to jeer and stomp their feet. Lum continues on, raising his fist. These Xenos attacked us first, and now they're learning, don't mess with humanity. The crowd is now evenly split between cheering and booing. The Stratos are agitated, and you hear calls for things like to return to how they were, and how Lum and his soldiers are killing the planet. Even the council, lined up before the stage and facing the crowd, looks conflicted. We left Earth to get away from this crap, your dad shouts, and you turn to him in surprise. He rarely swears. Now look at us. We're right back where we started. Fighting each other and the planet. We brought it with us. Utopia hops on stage and routes her own here speak through the speakers. He's lying, she yells bitterly. This year we lost 2 surveyors in the swamps, Sorrel and Queenie. Queenie. They'd be alive today if Lum hadn't sent them to clear out a manicore den for no good reason. She jams her finger against the governor's chest. The only threat to our colony here is you. Lum's smile doesn't change, but his eyes go cold. He snatches Utopia's hand and calmly, slowly, crushes her hollow palm crystal with his thumb. You can hear the crunch of the bones in her hand before her feet cuts out. Utopia yells and her knees buckle with the pain. Her bravado is gone. She holds her broken hand to her chest and is too shocked to resist when Lum shoves her off stage. The crowd is stunned into silence as well. Lum clears his throat and approaches the end of the stage, looming tall over the council. Thank you for your input, he says icily. Your concerns have been noted. This isn't the buffoon Lum presents on his daily holovlogs, or the nuisance he is when he visits a worksite. You see something in his eyes you only caught glimmers of before. Hatred. You Stratos are lucky we didn't crush you under our boots and take your colony by force, he sneers. Before we got here, this colony was doomed. You're only alive because I was merciful. Just a bunch of burned-out hippie fugitives. What was your plan for surviving out here? Wishful thinking, singing songs, and talking to animals? Laughter ripples through the Helios. You, he gestures to the council, then jerks his thumb at his chest, need us, not the other way around. I'm done pretending I need to listen to your opinions. If you want to live, you'll do what I say. He stares at Dr. Instance, who glares at him up at him with her hate in her eyes as she takes Utopia's hand. Maybe it's time to clean house, he threatens. We need team players here, ones who share one vision for the future of Vertumna. After a few tense moments, he clears their throat. Sir, shall I continue with the traditional formalities now? Lum scowls down at Seek, then throws his hands in the air. Whatever. Do it if it makes you feel better. You're all cowards. He turns and stalks off the stage, his marching band scrambling to follow him with his exit song. As promised, there are no contests this year, but there's plenty of food and alcohol. As the sun begins to set, the Helios, including Vase and Anemone, head straight for it and look ready to party into the night. The other teens seem a little less at ease. Dees, quite predictably, has already left. Hey, I'm gonna find Dees. You don't find Dees on the walls, or in the robotics lab, or in any of his usual hiding places. Not even Congruence can get a read on his location. You might have an idea where he could be, though. You creep up on Sim and Dees, meeting in secret outside the colony walls. Trust me, Dees. I'm not concerned, Sim says, his hand resting on Dees' shoulder entreatingly. This planet is in no danger of being subjugated by humans. You don't get it. They're really serious. They're gonna use bombs. You've seen bombs, right? Explosions? What if they cut down every tree, or poison the rivers, or... Sim smiles patronizingly. I forget sometimes that you're so human, he says, and Dees scowls. You are stuck in time, unable to see beyond the next 100 years. Even if your species manages to wipe all life on this continent, we will simply bring it back again. It may take 20,000 years, but this planet will outlive you. Dees knocks Sim hand away and wipes his eyes. Why are you always so calm, he spits out. Other gardeners aren't like this. Other gardeners know that humans are dangerous. Dees, Sim sighs, closing the distance between them and folding Dees into a gentle hug. Like one would approach a biting animal. Sorry, he didn't say that. That was written. I'm not like other gardeners, not anymore, just like you're not like your humans. Dees sniffles and buries his head in Sim's standard clothing. I just wish you'd let me help, he murmurs, almost too quiet. I'm gonna make some noise. You let yourself snap a branch as you move through the dry underbrush, and Dees leaps away from Sim with a guilty expression. They both relax when they see it's you. Dees scrubs his red eyes. Hey, Celeste, I guess I should go back now, huh? You and Dees sneak back into the colony as the sun sets, dodging Vase and his reveling friends. They've somehow wrangled themselves a live triplet and are in the process of skewering it to roast over a big bonfire. You can hear its dying squeals from here, and shortly after that, smell the sweet charred scent of its roasting over the flame. Dees curls his lip. I hate this place, he mutters. Sometimes I wish everyone here would just hurry and die. Not good vibes. Bad vibes. Very bad vibes. The week after Vernamelia is one of the hottest since you landed. You're supposed to take time off for a much-needed break, but it's just too humid and awful, and tempers are short. Shortly after Festival, you start seeing graffiti cropping up everywhere. It seems that a lively, if not particularly civil, conversation between the two factions is being held on the flat surfaces of the colony. Lum announces a zero-tolerance policy for political graffiti, but you notice that not every tag is being removed, just the ones against the war, of course. The atmosphere of the colony is oppressive, as thick as the choking dust heat itself. Everywhere you try to relax, people just want to talk about the war. To make matters worse, the sweltering nights are making your nightmares intense again. You return to work feeling more stressed than before. Thanks, Vernalia. Completely useless this year. Oh, hell yeah, an extra gear slot? Nice. Let's go. I could use that, actually. That's good. I don't really need that. This is just all challenges. There's really no reason not to add it. Oh, wait, was that a birthday thing? Yeah, that was a birthday. Cool. You're about to challenge Nomi to a game of Laser Fable, but you notice that they seem kind of down today. When you ask what's up, they just sigh and scuff their feet in the dirt. So let's say, what do you want to be when you grow up? I'm gonna dedicate my life to knowledge. Wow, it's so cool you already know what you want to do. What's that like? I've been thinking about what I want to do with my life, but I just don't know, Nomi says, pouting a little. I thought that being here would mean I could find something I'm good at, but everything I try just sucks. It's boring, and I'm not good at anything except drawing and writing. Before we landed on Vertumna, I thought I'd end up doing whatever was assigned to me, Nomi continues. We had this duty roster, right? And I figured I would keep working in the canteen, and then I would spend the rest of the time playing holo games making up stories. They frown. I've peeled a lot of potatoes. But since we landed here, I've been talking to Mars, and she's real serious about the idea that any colony worth living in needs to have artists and writers like me. Mars is correct! Good job, Mars! They touch their fingertips together. So I was thinking, what if I really did follow my dreams? Nomi perks up a little, just talking about it. I could be a comic artist, or a hologame designer, or writer. Oh, I could be anything, as long as I get to make stuff that people like. What do you think, Selena? Hell yeah, do it. You really think so? Nomi exclaims, holding their hands to their cheek and popping one foot off the ground. Oh, I'm so happy. Did you know that in ancient times there used to be people called bards whose only job was to tell stories? They continue the sounds like the best thing ever. Do it, Nomi. We believe in you, Nomi. Boom. Any other people want to talk? Okay. Then we're going to relax in the park. Garden is a peaceful place where you don't have to think about how the colony is already simmering about being at war against the creatures of Vertumna. You can just sit and empty your mind, smelling the sweet perfume of flowers, and listening to the wind rustle the green grass. It's one place to find peace when it feels like everyone else is losing their minds. Bond isn't leveled up to level 3 yet. Get rid of that 0. No, I want to get rid of the 0. I've got enough friggin' wild cards that, like, the 0s don't matter to me anymore. I got cards that turn other cards into wild cards. That's how ahead of the game we are. Hello? You spot Rex carrying supplies and a big piece of wood into the construction site at the end of the lounge, the future home of his bar. He waves at you, well, as much as he can with his arms full of mushwood. Hey, Selena say, calls out to you. Whew, slow and steady win the race, but it feels like I've been working on this bar forever. You take a look at what you can see. Rex has kept it all pretty well tarped up and hates letting people inside to peek, but you can tell it's big, perhaps a little too big. Ambitious maybe for his first solo construction project. But Rex has a lot of help from his crew and from the whole colony. He'd have to be able to find enough wood. Rex comes over to you and slings you into a one-armed hug. Just seeing you makes me super energized, he says. I can almost hear the music now. That's right, the bar's gonna have live music. You know anyone who plays an instrument? I'm gonna work double time to finish this place. If you want to help, bring me all the mushwood you can find. I mean, I knew this. Also, your monthly hug. Alright, we're gonna skip on that. I don't want to make him all confused. Birthday cake was last month. Oh well. Nomi's like, what? 62, okay. Any other events I'm missing out on? Tank flanks you in the hallway. Also, like I said, do you have a moment? You go on an expedition sometimes, right? At least far more than I do, or ever wish to, so would you mind doing me a favor? What's up? Small thing, and I'm to understand it's not really dangerous either. I really need you to bring me some hop eye eggs next time you come across the nest out there. I would ask these, but well, yeah, I'll keep an eye out for them. That's all I ask. They're quite common, if the reports from the foragers are to be believed. They tell me they commonly find nests in the Valley of Vertigo. Valley of Vertigo? I was gonna go to the first area, but yeah, I think you're right. I can get a... Can I get a 6? No, that won't work that way. I could do this, though. 5? Because you become wild, right? Yeah. Stress isn't high enough for that. It's not that kind of challenge. Ooh, woo! We might be able to play this card, though. I also gotta get an extra one. It's incredible how big the score can be. Score can be. Okay, we are now in the next season, and the final one before Glow. Let's go talk to nomination. Blobberfruit. They'll be around the survey, I think, yeah? I was thinking of learning something new. Not enough that I already know how to draw and write and play video games. I could learn to knit or sculpt or make jewelry. Think about this. I know we can just nanoprint stuff like that, but it's nice to make stuff with your hands. Correct! That should make it 64? 65, okay. Let's go see if we can find those eggs. Yeah, we are very closely... Plains of Vertigo, right? Watching my stress. I'm gonna rest on the last month of glow. Hey, Nomi! When you report for surveying duty, Nomi's here. It's their first day as a surveyor. They'll smile wildly when they see you, smiling exuberantly. They smile wildly, smiling... Okay. You two know each other already. That'll make this easier. So let us say I'd like you to keep an eye on Nomi while you're out there. I'm gonna assign you the same regions for the next little while. Just to make sure you don't wander into a nest of snap ladders, okay? Hooray! As Utopia explains to Nomi to some other new Helio surveyors about the surveying tools, Nomi starts to get bored and wander a little ways away from the group. You see it happening, but are powerless to stop them from tripping and nearly landing in a nest of hop-eye eggs. They're just about to crash into the delicate spun glass cocoon when Utopia materializes as if out of nowhere and scruffs them by the back of the collar. Nomi, pay attention! Nomi giggles like they don't even realize the danger of being stampeded by the upset hop-eyes beginning to gather around. Utopia ushers them back to the group before things can get tramply. Nomi asks a million questions about the eggs. Are they edible? Do they have hard shells? Or soft? What is the cocoon made of? How long until they hatch? Utopia sighs. Just get out of here, you two, before the cute little varmints turn ugly. Wait, but I needed those eggs. This is not where I want it to be. Darn it. Well, it's gonna help me get rested, I guess. Waste the month away, but hey. It's fine. I don't think we have any huge stat. Oh, that upgraded my perception for some reason. We forage in the plains of the Vertigo. I should really just... Valley of Vertigo. I'm Dingus. I knew it was here. Literally said Valley of Vertigo. And I went to the plains. A bristle slug is rooting around in the underbrush. It's like a little porcupine with no legs. Well, little is relative. It comes up to your waist and it must be at least 100 kilos. You've seen a few of these up at Geoponics. They're easy to catch and their spines or berries naturally fall off and are edible. A chewy, renewable source of food, kind of like jerky. Maybe you can catch this one. Catch it! I mean, we can give you the highest value, right? 3. It's not the worst, but I really prefer, now we're good. All cards under 4 become 4, but we can't change that one. Maybe we can... I mean, yeah, and that becomes incredibly workable. Hello, hello. Double card to the right? Madness. Absolute bonkeritude. Bonkerosity. Like, I got this in the bag, homie. Obviously it won't be 4, but like, double card to the right when I have a bunch of 8 cards. Pretty sure this one's a female because it has bristles on its butt as well as its head. Her eyes are deep green. You think you'll call her Emerald. She seems calm in the net, like she isn't too worried about where she might be going. You crouch down with a clump of leaves, and she sticks her muzzle through the net and eats them right out of your hand. Her whiskers tickle. Kudos. You pat her forward and pack her off to Geoponic Barn, so you could visit her there later if you like. Okay, it doesn't really count as a pet, though. I know there's a... Hello. Paths are narrow and in constant need of repair. There's a team working there. You're here trying to repair where one of the jelly arches collapsed and covered the path in 37 meters of sticky goop. Utopia waves you over. Hey, Selenicia, can you give us a hand? We can't get vehicles through here until this is cleared, and it's going to take all day. You got a better plan. Also, I just want to point out, centimeters. You see this? centimeters. Centimeters. Centi meters. That is 100 of these to make 1 meter. No garbage imperial system here. We are using the metric system. Thank you, Vertumna. You know who I bet uses the imperial system? Lum, because he feels like that kind of dingus. Thank you, I got that out of my system. Oh, hell yeah, we got one of these, one of that, one of those. That's a pair though, I want a 3. Can I get a... Do I still have a bonus for straights? Oh, dude, I do. Okay. It's not as good. Okay. Blamp! Because we get the 3, the flush, right? Yeah. You know, I can find a way to forgive you, game, I think. Oh, this is a 9? Okay. You do not have the highest value. You are the weakest link. So what if we just scoot everything over like this? Yeah, we're... 4, but the value is wild, which is really cool. I could do one of these. Actually, we should put you at the end, all things considered. Plus 2 for every unplayed card. It's going to be a 3. So... Bada bing, bada boom. We get a big old straight. Why'd you get a plus 2? Because you're one of those. Gosh darn it. Okay, it's still a straight, though. Oh yeah, you see this stuff desiccate in low humidity, like in dust. You throw powdered desiccate over it and then let physics do this work. It's easier to plow through a bunch of pumped up granules of desiccated gel than it is to shuffle all the slimy muck. You save a few hours. Nice. Stress avoidance. Sims over there. That's lit. That's a Vriki. Curious Vriki blocks your path. It's acting strange. We've done this before, so we're going to approach it using our bravery. Under the hot sun. That's fine, we can use that here. I want a 5. I don't have anything that can give us a 5, right? Shame that, but we are going to do this. And now we got a bunch of 5s. How dare you do this to me, Gabe? I thought we were friends. Now we're going to put that in there. It's 20. Now we got this unlocked, right? Because 8. It's 3 for each gem on the other card, so we only have the 1 gem. Value's wild over here, and we can hit him with one of these. Right, so we got a straight and a pair. I want to maybe do something smart about this, but I can't. Okay. This is fine. We still pass. The Vriki runs up your leg. The urge to dance around. Yeah, okay, we got this. We did this earlier. Another Vriki. Vriki are carnivores, you think, but the juveniles are too small to take out anything larger than an insect. Not so much the case with this one. The Vriki blocking your path is pretty large, probably about as tall as your waist, and it's growling at you over the carcass of something even bigger, which seems to be missing its head. Yuck. You're not sure if it killed or scavenged the dead animal, but it's dragged it onto the path. I'm just gonna wait for it to leave. It's disgusting to watch. Eventually it rolls over and takes a nap. Its many legs kicked up in the air and its tummy bulging. You try to sneak by, but it wakes back up with a hiss. It drags the rest of the carcass off into a tree. You finally pass. Hey, Sim. You're trekking through the wilderness when something catches your eye. To anyone else, it'd simply be a weird depression between 2 roots, but it pings something in your memory. Isn't this what the entrance to the Overseer's Cave looked like? You decide to check it out. Your hunch is correct. The depression opens up into a passageway just big enough to wiggle your body through, then widens even more to reveal a familiar door. You quietly push it open. The room you enter is not unlike the one where you interface with the array. There is a vat in the corner emitting a soft organic glow, and another computer panel slowly being reclaimed by rock wall. It's not hard to assume the planet is lousy with rooms just like this one, where Sim and other gardeners can rest and respawn if needed. This one, however, is not empty. You enter to find Sim, who is aptly so as naked as the day he was born. He is stepping out of the regeneration vat, clad only in strands of bioluminescent, I would have said luminescent, but hey. Goo that slide down his long limbs and patter the ground. Sim's back is to you, treating you to a glimpse of skin usually hidden under layers of tattered dark fabric. The knobs of his spine and shoulder blades visible under his inhuman musculature. He looks unusually delicate and vulnerable. He reaches up and gently wrings out his thick hair, humming a song you recognize from the Hollow archives. As if sensing the weight of your gaze on his body, he pauses and slowly turns his head. So let us say, he said softly. I didn't see you come in. Okay, we're gonna have to flirt with him, right? Y'all know this. I can see you very well, though. Sim tilts his head. Smiling. Oh, he replies. He turns slightly, taking on a slightly more performative posture. I designed the body to your liking. He did. Now that you know the truth about the gardeners, Sim continues, we can be far more free with our words. He gestures to the regeneration vat. I have very few secrets from you now. You can come take a closer look if you'd like. After a beat, he clarifies. A closer look at the vat, I mean. You walk over and... I love that they didn't... Because he's naked, we don't. Okay. You walk over and check out the vat. The air gets noticeably warmer the closer you get, like sunlight on your face, and there's a faint organic smell that's not unpleasant. The vat itself looks like something you'd find in engineering, but seems to be constructed entirely out of natural materials, spongy-looking fungal growths, mineral deposits, and pulsating vine-like umbilicals. You can touch it, Sim says. It's not dangerous. You sit on the lip of the vat and run your fingertips across the surface of the glowing liquid. A slight electric charge prickles up your forearms, and you feel the frisson of a link to the array. Sim sits down beside you, now fully dressed. His fingers alight on the surface of the liquid as well, and you feel a slight presence at the edge of your mind, like a thought you can't reach. I'm glad we can talk freely now, he says. Is there anything you wish to know about me or the gardeners? What's Dying Reborn? That, like... Reborn isn't the right word. It's more like reopening a program after a system crash. Everything is still there, perfectly preserved, except for whatever I added since the last time I saved my work. Functionally, it feels more like teleportation. As for dying, Sim continues, frowning a little as he considers the thought. Well, I'm certain that dying can be extremely painful. Depends on the death, I assume. Touches his chest. I have no memory of the moment of death, though I have died many, many times, he says. In that we are the same. Because we have the weird wormhole brain. What about the gardeners? Compared to the gardeners, humanity is short-sighted. You're often unable to conceptualize present or future beyond your own lives or those of your direct descendants. Gardeners think on a much larger scale. I once spent 400 years as a mush tree just to avoid talking to a gardener whose method I disagreed with. Peak. He smiles. Juvenile, I know, but when your memory spans tens of thousands of years, 400 years is trivial, and it has given me a true appreciation for all life, one that goes deeper than I can describe. When I tell you that gardeners are Vertumna, I mean it quite literally. How many of you guys are there? It's hard to say, he answers. There are theoretically an infinite number of instances of the software that comprise a gardener. It's not uncommon for a particular instance, such as myself, to go dormant, possibly for thousands of years. He stretches out his finger and looks at them. Fingers? Then at you. And many gardeners, such as the Overseer, find they do not need to take physical form at all. There are only a handful like myself who do. How old are you? That question has many answers. The consciousness has ultimately been in existence for over 20,000 years, since the creation of the gardeners. But that means very little. I certainly don't have 20,000 years experience as a bipedal anthropomorphic organic capable of speech. In his body, he says, gesturing to himself. Well, it's only minutes old. Do you like being a gardener? Does the wind like being the wind? I'm sorry to be cryptic after I told you I would not, but there's really no other way to answer that question. I am what I was created to be, he continues. There's a beauty in that, and a clarity of purpose that makes me feel fulfilled. I do not experience existential angst like a human does. What should we humans do? If I knew the answer, I would tell you, he replies, placing his hand on top of yours. Pragmatically, I do agree with the other gardeners, he continues. If our purpose is to protect the biosphere of Vertumna, and humanity poses a threat to that, then the letter of our own design, humanity, must be eradicated. However, he sighs and looks away. I love humanity. I think you are all an incredible species, and it would be a shame to destroy you. I feel like doing so would be a violation of the spirit of the Convergent Domain's last decree, and perhaps redeeming you will be the greatest act of love we could perform in the name of our imperfect creators. Thanks, that's enough. Please know you can come to me at any time, and I'll do my best to answer, he says. However, I must apologize for something. We are about to get big horny. I want to give you guys a warning. I simply may I touch you? At your questioning look, Sim blushes and turns his head away. This body is new, he murmurs, and all of its senses are heightened. I confess I find myself unable to stop myself from wondering what it would be like to touch another while I am vulnerable to sensation like this. Do you think he asked Dees? Sure, touch me anywhere. Sim looks delighted as you reach out and pets your hair, running his fingers through the fine strands. Marvelous! Truly a texture I have not been able to replicate in my own bodies. He runs his thumb over your eyebrows, then your cheekbone. His fingers dance down the bridge of your nose, then lightly into the dip of your I'm not familiar with that body part. Across your lips to pause on your chin. I guess it's around here? Or... nose? Down the bridge. Dip. It's a dip, so it's... Sim's gaze drops to your mouth as in, oh, let's go! We've done it before. We're doing it again. You lean in and kiss him, enjoying his pleased... Oh, that whispers across... It's like kissing him the first time. I'm gonna not necessarily read that all, okay? He adds his own move to the dance. Let's go. We've done this before. Fingers in hair. He likes the sensation. He thanks us. Okay. You and Sim make out for a long while. Just, okay, moaning. Regeneration vat. Nobody finds us. We are not interrupted by a manticore this time. Eventually, though, Sim pulls away. His mouth is shiny, kiss-bitten and smiling. Would that I could keep you here forever, he murmurs, resting his forehead against yours. Excuse me. That I could protect you from the judgment of the Overseer, as I have protected you from the perils of Vertumna itself. He runs his thumb across your lower lip, entranced. Few people would understand our coupling if they would know about me at all. It is not fair to ask for your discretion, as I have asked for so much of you already, but it would bring me great comfort if... He sounds frustrated by the inelegance of his thought. It would be a terrible secret for you to bear, but I should like to kiss you again, and I would not like to stop. Something in your heart pangs with the words and the memory of kissing him before, and the pain of losing him. We should definitely date. There we go. Woo! Smitten! We've started dating somebody, and you want to share it. That's funny. Date! It is such an unassuming word for the universes of pleasure I would find in your company, but it does sound lovely. I would like to date you, he murmurs. What a pleasant surprise. Okay, cool. Very funny, very cute. Still no Hopeye to be found. Notice the unusual biodiversity. Is this even soil? No, it's an animal! Okay, it smells good. You dig a large dunk. That might be xenofauna we can examine. Are the xeno eggs the thing that Tang is looking for? I don't think so. You come identify them. We failed last time because our biology was doo-doo but cheeks. Last time might have been not on this playthrough though. Card becomes mental blue. Let's go. Oh baby. This is in fact not going to count. Okay, we got Sims Curiosity. I want this. I want a 5. Oh no, we can't do it here, unfortunately. Whoa, baby. Okay, 5. And we're gonna add a pair in. How's that sound? Unless we do. Actually, I think since that's not. I mean, it's a pair. It's not a straight. Not you. No, I don't want that. I want this. I didn't even look. Oh man, look at all these wild cards. And we get to double a card! Oh my lord! Yeah, I bet. Our stress is over 1 billion. Alright, let's see if we can just... 6, 7... I wish that was an 8. I'm not offended by this. You in fact did not miss Glow. Y'all had some Wi-Fi issues? No wait, that wasn't you, that was the other guy. You're able to determine that these mushrooms are edible. You fill your basket with big chunks of tasty fungus. Utopia is pleased with your haul. It's tired time. Now, unfortunately, we're going to have to rest twice in a row, I think. Oh, no, we're good. We're done. Then we go here. Right, it's going to go late wet. We get to rest, maybe upgrade our animal. We didn't get the Hopeye eggs. We'll do that next time, I guess. House meeting about stuff. Alright, that's fine. We've done that before. Let's get our rest in. Glow time, baby! Okay, so I'm assuming I need to go to a specific place during Glow. Thank you for the crystals. I can't believe I didn't give Nomi a gift. But where to go to? Oh. Glow is no time to be exploring. It's far too dangerous. The gates are closed and survey expeditions halted until light returns in a few weeks. Good thing you happen to know another way out. We gotta explore during the Glow season. One boss event right there. No one's allowed outside the colony during Glow, so if you stay out the lookout sites, there will be nobody to catch you. It also means that you're alone out here. If you get into trouble, it's going to be big trouble. You hope you know what you're doing. The familiar is unfamiliar during Glow. The sky is dark except for the eerie light of the wormhole. Is that what a Dorb's moth looks like? Seeming so much closer than it usually is, and the gloom makes the shadows deeper and more mysterious. It's so hauntingly quiet that you can't even hear the movement of animals. You can even hear, excuse me, the beat of soft wings, a humph of something large in the distance. What's that curious sound? It's just a Dorb's moth taking flight. It's usually dull plumage as an iridescent rainbow, glowing warmly in the dark of Glow. It slowly glides through the mushroom trees. You've been taught to be terrified of Glow season since you landed here. There were monsters out here, circling the colony and attacking anything they saw, but it's so much more serene than you were expecting. Or maybe they were wrong, or lying to you? That was a boss event? No stress, too, eh? This is hella pretty, by the way. Glow season? Oh, that's a whole manticore. Hello. You're crossing a section of wilderness here where the plants don't throw off as much luminescence as other parts. It's oppressive down here. Oppressively dark here. You use your holopalm as a flashlight. Focusing the light as a beam to slowly make your way through the glowing undergrowth. I can't believe they went from you have a computer in your phone to your phone is now in your hand, and it's still a computer. The beam of your holopalm sweeps over a familiar form. A manticore. Your heart skips a beat at encountering this fearsome beast in the dark. This manticore isn't the deadly killer of the colony's cautionary tales. Actually, it looks terrified. Backs up against a tree, cowering, its eyes rolling in panic. Keep your light on it, I guess. You're too scared to move your light away, convinced it will pounce into the cover of darkness. You try to hold your light steady, but you're shaking. So is the manticore. You realize that it isn't even looking at you. It's staring into the forest to the right. You slowly grasp that the manticore isn't scared of you. It's scared of something else. It suddenly screeches in fear and bolts off to the left. Oh no, you hear something absolutely enormous moving into the trees off to the right, where the manticore was staring. It's a deep grinding sound, like ancient trees rubbing together in the wind, except there's no wind. You turn off your flashlight and hold your breath. You hear a single loud thump, then stillness again. You wait a full 20 minutes in complete silence. Gradually, the insect chirps and other noises of the forest return, and the glow bugs drift lazily back into the air. You hadn't even realized they were missing, as if the entire jungle was holding its breath too. Whatever it was seems to have moved on. Is this not the faceless month as well, eh? You come across a strange glowing river in the sky, floating just over the mushroom-capped treetops. It reminds you of old Earth vids about the Milky Way or the Northern Lights. It undulates away to the left and right, a river of luminous mist. Beneath it, a curtain of tiny glowing particles slowly rains down into the forest below. As you follow it, seems to be denser to the left and flowing slowly to the right, so you decide to head left towards what must be the source. You stray from the path. The ground is hard to traverse in the dim phosphorescence. The river gets denser and starts to shimmer a little, like the spore clouds you sometimes see in pollen. You're careful not to get too close to the particles raining down from it. The mist seems to be coming up from something near the ground, somewhere overhead. It's something big and moving. The strange river of light is flowing from something on the next plateau. It's headed east and trailing this glowing dust, some kind of spore maybe, behind it. You could go down into the ravine here and try to keep following it, or safely cross into the Erie stream and continue where you were headed before. I don't want to stress myself out too much, because if we get to the end and I don't have enough, like, anything, I'm in trouble. Ah. Yeah, keep going. I know! After a harrowing trip through the muddy ravine, you make it up to the next plateau, only to find the sky river is dissipated. You can't find any sign of what made it. Boo! We are now half full stress. That's not good. Let's hope we get some form of, if I had high perception, I could just skip through. I do not have that. Though we're pretty close. Really close. You're amazed at how peaceful it is out here. It's not what you expected. You stay out of sight of the watchtowers and slip between the mush trees. It's eerily silent, as if the forest is holding its breath in anticipation. It really is pretty out here, with all the plants and animals glowing, especially the wormhole filling the sky above you. Timey-wimey wormhole stuff! We got a Doctor Who reference! Skipping the stuff in glow is a bad idea. Okay. Well, that's pretty good, though. We gotta go for the Doctor Who reference. Ah! You crane your head up to look at the wormhole. It's so big you begin to feel dizzy and end up stumbling over a bit of gnarled root. Ouch! As you're lying on your back in pain, you're still transfixed by the wormhole. It's dark against the sky, but as it moves, it shimmers with a million colors turning in slow, fluid motion around the perfectly black hole in the center. Wow. This is a banging card. Though you can't see it, you've been told the wormhole high above is shining with ultraviolet light. It's invisible to the human eye, but absorbed and re-emitted as visible light by the flora and fauna around you. Your holopalm calls it a black light, and says that people on Earth used to use similar, much more concentrated light as decoration. Even your clothing glows faintly. We're in trouble. We're gonna run out of... Yeah... You come to a dense part of the path where the gnarlwood surrounds you and blocks out the sky and the wormhole above. Long threads that look like hair hanging down from the trees. Strange, you've never seen these during the rest of the year. You have to go through these. Take a closer look. Strands are sticky like a spider's web. I'm not doing that. So sticky and thick, in fact, you would be caught. The better not, then. Oh no, I have no choice. Avoid it. I can't avoid it. Is there another path? That's cool. That's not where I wanted. Okay. It's gonna give us an annoying level of stress, I know. I don't think we're gonna be able to do the glow thing this year. Push through them. Yep, there it is. You hold your arm in front of you to brush the strands away and realize they're far stickier and far stronger than they look. You try to brush them off your left arm with your right arm, and now you're really stuck. Looking up in horror, you see insectoid creatures emerging from their glowing gem-like nests in the crooks of the tree branches. Dozens of thin glowing worms the length of your forearms uncurl and inch their way to the tops of the strands, trapping you, and then start sucking them in. Inch by inch, you're hosted by... Oh, I could play dead. That's probably smart. Hosting up towards their... Oh, hey, shout for Sim. Relax, Sugarbug. You hear his voice coming from somewhere nearby. You aren't their intended prey. Well, you've been edible to them. Just hold still and they'll let you go. Was he watching you this whole time? You couldn't have intervened a little sooner? You calm down and stay still, like you suggest. The worms pull you right up to the tree's mushroom cap, sucking up the gooey liquids of the strand until their mouths are almost against you. Then one of the worms detaches, leans down and sniffs you. It takes a small nibble from your hand. Ouch! Then it recoils as if in disgust and cuts its strand. I'll do all the others at once. You fall to the soft grass below with a mighty whoomph. You're okay, but your backside's pretty bruised, and your ego just a little. Sim helps you up, careful to avoid the sticky residue. He grins impishly. Didn't say they'd be gentle about it. But I needed them to be gentle about it! Yo, I just missed out on the... Okay, no. I was gonna say, what? Oh, that's a good idea, actually. Can I do that? Glow... This one, then? Gotta save Scummit, otherwise we're not gonna succeed. Okay. Sneak out. So we know we're gonna take like a butt ton of stress on that one thing. Curious sound. No stress on this. Manticore. So ideally, we try to not get spooked here. Boo. You sure scared it? You're absolutely okay. Nice. No stress here. Good. Success. Get the crystals. Northern Lights. Can we follow it and then pass under it, maybe? Cross under it. You stay low and move quickly beneath the Eyrie. By the time you reach into the point where it's dissipated. Good, but that didn't stress us because we didn't try to find it, so that's fine. We knew that was an option. The wormhole's really cool and we get the fun thing, but no. Watch where you're walking. Though you can't see, you've been told the wormhole high above is shining with ultraviolet. Yeah, okay, we've had that conversation before. This one's gonna give us like 1,000,000 stress. Right? We can't do it. Okay. We need better combat for this one. Yeah, okay. Well, this is fine. Play dead. We did get the ouch from the bite, though. Calm temperament. Yeah, where we can lose stress by doing things. We got another Manticore friend here. Come across a sawmill that's been shut down for the season. There's movements inside and something in there is yipping and moaning in pain. You approach it carefully and find that some sort of dog-like creature has gotten trapped in the machinery. It growls at you and blinks its eyes and its other eyes. Its other eyes, boy, has a lot of eyes. The loggers won't be back for a week, so this creature will surely die slowly and painfully. Let's try and save it. Try to come near it, but it bites at you ferociously. Let's watch. You sit and hoping. Creature's obviously been struggling for some time. Once you realize you're not there to eat it, slumps down the nap. Then something bizarre happens. A massive shadow drifts into the lumberyard. So we took a nap too. Coming between you and the creature, you have the sense of an immense presence, something massive but graceful. You're not quite sure if you're dreaming, but you feel rooted to the spot. Unnaturally calm. It's as if you've been drugged. The shadow stays a while, observing you curiously, then it drifts away again. You blink, coming out of your trance. What just happened? Did you fall asleep? You look back over the machinery and realize the trapped eye beast is gone. You aren't sure if you should feel relieved or terrified. Was it freed? Eaten? You decide to get the heck away from this place and ask these questions later. Dang! See, again, we had too much... Because the thing that's boning us the most is... Okay, what if I loaded this? Is the fact that, like... That's cool, but we still get overstressed from the next bit, so I don't know. Yeah, I won't be able to... It seems like right there, too. Shadows upon shadows move against each other and glow, wandering over the gloaming in the mush trees like ghosts. The forest is still as a creature breathing its last. You don't see Sim until you're practically on it. I totally saw you there. Of course you did. You practically made it for this place. Sim starts walking through the forest, his footsteps finding the path with ease. This is my favorite time of year, you know. I get the sense that you humans are afraid of it. Humans are, in fact, naturally afraid of the dark. That's true. You're certainly not designed to see in the dark, but glow isn't dangerous at all. It's lovely. Glow is a time of healing, actually, a time for the creatures of this planet to go dormant and reflect on themselves, and to strengthen connections with other life forms. Of course, the planet repels you, he adds, raising his hand to stir a cloud of glowing spores drifting above your head. You don't connect. You're like a bird lodged against its skin. I'm sure you have some questions for me, as usual. Yeah, is Noctilucent the one attacking us? So you've met. My condolences, their views are difficult to hold within myself, though I understand them implicitly. Noctilucent is responsible for invasive species management, Sim adds. Yes, repelling you falls into their domain. The most obvious method, as you've noticed, is the yearly attacks, though there are other, far more subtle methods to discourage growth. Plague and famine, for example. It doesn't need to be this way. He stops. Sim stops and smiles. Stops walking, smiles politely. Well, that's enough. The trees have ears, you know. Travel safely, my love. Okay, but I can't. Okay, he's there. Hello again. You're getting good at navigating in the dark. What have you come to ask me? What's up with the wormhole? Just like that, you'd like me to unravel the mysteries of the universe for you. Suffice it to say, I don't think you could fully understand it even if I explained everything I know. He looks up at the wormhole with a thoughtful expression. Truthfully, the wormhole is older than even this planet, he murmurs. It operates on a level of space and time that are beyond even my comprehension. The universe is impossibly vast and unknowable. I'm sure you've already noticed that it's related to your foresight. Yes, then you nod. Your dreams, if that's what they are, always seem to get worse and wet and glow when the wormhole is close to the planet. Many individuals, such as yourself, are sensitive to a wormhole's effect on time and space. Fluctuations and eddies in the normal linear flow of reality. Think of it like an echo, not only your own, not your own. Think of it as a version of yourself stood in the spot and shouted, then moved forward in time before hearing their own voice return. You can hear those echoes. Choices that person made and events they experienced that may not come to pass for yourself. So I can change the future? Yes, but forgive me for being glib, that's not what makes you special. All living things can change the future simply by existing. You see glimpses of what might happen as you do. Well, that is enough now. The trees have... Okay, cool. So we got our full combo. The area is dotted with huge circles of glowing mushrooms, each one nearly a meter in diameter. Crouch down and analyze the mushrooms. It's a species that you don't recognize, but your holopalm reports that they live most of the year underground and only pop up during glow season. This close, you notice that the entire area inside the circle is sunken and the grass has been flattened, almost like a footprint. What would be big enough to make this? You decide not to wait around to find out. Yeah, we don't have the stress level to do it this glow. I think the best way to do it would be to have good combat, but we need it up to 50. Rush out after her. Heroic. They're gonna wait. They're waiting. She wrote her brother's name on her rifle. Oh yeah, this. I think de-sabotaged us. Calm temperament augment might be helpful, yeah. I got enough stress to last me a lifetime. Put that on there. Okay. Wild value. Hole straight. Good. This is in fact... No, that's not going to work. How about if I do this? Actually, I might want to do something along the lines of... No, that's a straight. I would like a straight, but I don't have a straight. Oh, you don't get the +3, so that's perfect. I guess. It's not the best, but it's a success, so... Yay! Extra defense! We got problems. Which one of you did it? Shut up. And then he starts blaming the Stratos. More useful up here. Get bent. Rebels. I've watched this before, that's why. He gets big mad, he starts blaming Stratos, we have 1 year left of survival. I don't know how we're gonna do. Okay, we can actually stop him from bombing the place. I knew it was him. He disappears here, too. Alright, that's cool. We're gonna need to start by resting. I think we might have to give it another shot. It's gonna be real down to the wire, but... Oh wait. Do you want to play Laserfield? Be careful because people get weird now when I'm running around shooting things, even if it's imaginary. But if we go around the band of okay, cool. Here, have a present. They're worried because of that. That's fair. I don't think Tangent needs a... Oh, we can study together. Let's go. They do like it, somewhat. Offered help Tangent with her schoolwork, she just shrugs you off. I'm not working on school anymore. Chief Engineer insists I'm smart for my age. Opens her holopalm and shows you some of her lab notes. It's so much work, though. Maybe it would be better to be like everyone else. Unintelligent people seem happier. Just then, an Emily jogs by with a squad of soldiers, all marching in time. She gives you a little wave, then cringes as the leader barks at her to keep her eyes forward. On second thought, forget I said that. I'll keep being smart, thanks. Oof! You didn't have to do an Emily like that. Past me is gonna take that hard if you keep up. Bum, 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 bum. I should be expecting that we won't be able to do everything we want in this playthrough. It makes sense, but like I really wanted to do the glow thing. I don't know if we have to do anything afterwards. Udicott does stuff in the garden, apparently. Investigating the bombing during the glow attack continues all month. Governor Lum and his goons can't find a way to pin it on any of the Stratos, and over time people come to accept that Dees is probably the culprit. Rumor doesn't make anyone feel better, but it does take the heat off the others, including yourselves. As usual for this time of year, your dreams have been more vibrant and invasive. You have trouble distinguishing dream from reality during the day, and you dread falling asleep at night. How'd that hop I get into you? Wake yourself out of this dream? Yeah, let's try that. You resist the temptation to chase the little hop and instead laid back down in bed, telling yourself to wake up. Wake up, it works. Milky, quiet sunlight pours through your window, flakes of... Right, we still get to frigging be tired and not celebrate our birthday. Tragically enough. Insomnia is great, because it makes us really annoying to level up our mental stats. Lucky for me, I'm not trying to level up a mental stat. I'm trying to level up either perception or combat. I don't think I need to level up perception all that much. Ugh. I don't have any logs for you, unfortunately. Present. Oh, yeah. You spot Nomi crossing the courtyard from the depot to the living quarters, lugging an armful of cans of paint. Hey, Selenisea, they exclaim, barely keeping one of the cans from falling out of their arms. Hey, can you give me a hand with this? You take a few of the cans and Nomi sighs in relief. Phew, thank you. This is my third trip. I think I finally got all the colors I need. It's going to be amazing. At your questioning look, Nomi giggles and starts walking towards the living quarters. Come on, I'll show you. You follow Nomi to the suite of rooms that they share with their mom and dad. Nomi leads you past the jumble of bedroom furniture and into their empty room. Light pours in from a skylight, and Nomi stands under it and stretches their arms wide, doing a little spin. I'm painting a mural. My mind is going light speed with possibilities, Nomi declares, tugging at their hair. I'm drunk with power. I could do anything. So let us say you have to help me decide. Grabs their sketchbook and shows you a few concept drawings. Space theme, jungle theme, the inside of a pirate ship, abstract art. All the major players are here. Nomi's been busy. They look at you in an agony of indecision. Gotta go for the abstract. Let's go. It's so clean and modern, right? Nomi replies, holding the sketchbook one way than the other. I like a hull of it about what the future was going to look like. All bright colors and bold geometric shapes. I kind of like it, but what does it really mean, you know? Is that a place I'm going to feel comfortable living in when the real future is so lush and wild? Why not a different thing on each wall? Oh, stars, Selenisea. That's perfect. Why didn't I think of that? They start ripping pages out of the sketchbook and laying them against the walls. This one here, no, here. The colors will play off each other. And oh no, this wall gets more light for most of the year. So, oh yeah, let's go. This is going to be amazing, they exclaim. Thank you, you're a genius. They regard their walls with barely restrained excitement. What do you say, Selenisea? Do you want to help make the vision become reality? Totally, I know what to do. You're something of an artist yourself, after all. You and Nomi started transferring their sketches to the wall, and after a few minutes of supervising you, Nomi steps back and lets you use your imagination to figure out the rest. You're really good at this. Have you ever considered becoming an artist, too? For most of the day, the room was total chaos. Nomi... How's our friendship with Nomi doing here? No? Okay. As the second sun is beginning to set, you sit back and look at what you've accomplished. It's really nice. Only you and Nomi could have made such a discordant composition come into harmony. And the result is a bedroom that not only unique and inspiring, but bursting with the love that you and Nomi share for both each other and your art. Nomi starts hammering the lids back on the paint cans when you collect the brushes for washing. Thank you for your help, they say. I definitely couldn't have finished this without you. Nomi's stomach rumbles and their eyes go wide. I'm starving. We work through dinner? You don't need to check the time on your holopalm to know that Nomi is right. Your stomach grumbles in solidarity and Nomi laughs. Okay, let's go grab some grub, chum. Oh, Tammy's got something to do. Oh yes, it's my birthday. Of course, I'll get cake. Thank you, Mother Tammy. Okay, well, I want to level up my combat. I don't really care for this. Step forward. Define what it takes. Alright, fine. 12 goes to 15. Actually, I'd probably put... If I had a 2, that'd be good. I do not have a 2. I do have 4. No, it's fine. Oh, we can't even do it. That's not even a success. Oops. Okay, how about this? 4, 5. That's good. We could have done better too. Wow. Late quiet. I don't think I need to rush myself through that much trouble, eh? His birthday's soon, isn't it? Not yet. I'm being goofy. I forgot about one thing. We should go to the supply depot and see if we can purchase something that'll boost my combat by enough. Because my combat's currently sitting at 28 with the current equipment we have. So if I go... I mean, I guess we can do that. Let's work hard. Right, so I can do construction in command by ignoring... Oops, they ate my kudos probably, but visit the supply depot. I got a combat buff somewhere, no? Oh, no, you actually need to buff your combat already. Right, we can't get weapons until we buff combat up to a certain point. The first perk, I think, gets us weapons. Apply for guard duty. No. We're gonna keep doing defense training. I love capoeira. We get to dance. All cards to this side become that. Can I get a 4? We could get some pretty wild scores, all things considered. Okay, early pollen means I can give Rex some cake. Nomi. Crystals, of course. I gotta keep pushing through this. I think we can get something. No, we need toughness for that. I don't have toughness. Now we can apply for guard duty. Hell yo. Whatever, I just want the combat buff, you know? I did in fact give Rex his birthday cake. Okay, so guard duty says +3 to combat as opposed to the +2. Yeah, let's go then. You show up for orientation guard duty facing enemy issues as well, listening, okay. Doing attacks, we're supposed not hiding on the, yeah, blah blah blah, he's being a butt as usual. Red's such a bastard. I don't care about your friendship. Sorry, colonials. Yeah, you're a sorry colonial. $41 is our goal. 5. Yeah, I can do this, which will make it a full royal flush. 5 and a 4 of a kind. It's not a royal flush, it's just a regular flush. I can definitely make it to... Wait. Pretty sure this is your birthday, ain't it? Mid-dust. Not yet, okay. Oh, wait, but I can still give you a gift. It just won't be the usual stuff. Look at all the prisms I'm giving them, man. I hate that I have to put up with this butt. Burrowing animals getting under the wall. Maybe they didn't mean to end up in here, but they are, and it's your job to get rid of them. Today's pest is a whole extended family of dust moles, round furry creatures that multiply really fast. One pregnant dust mole can become a problem within a few days, and because they live on the ground, you don't notice them until it's a big problem. Dust moles are insectivores, so they're not eating anything you care about, but they tear up the dirt and your crops as they build their burrows. Look at my rebellion score. You and Vase have been dispatched to take care of them. You meet Cal and Geoponics, already pleading his case for why you should leave them alone. They're nesting, he says. They don't mean us any harm, and their poop helps fertilize the fields. If we want them gone, we don't have to kill them. That's ridiculous. Nesting or not, they're still a nuisance. There's 100 now, but in a few days there might be thousands. What are you going to do then? Cry about how we should have helped you sooner? Probably. Well, Selene, what do you think? Fire or guns? Encourage them to leave. Pest control. That's a pretty cool thing. What is that? You and Cal hatch a plan to entice the annoying little pests to dig outside the walls where they belong. Cal pours float cow urine down the burrows to flush them out, and you herd the fuzzy, nearly blind moles out of the front gate and away into the jungle. Little bit of carrot, little bit of stick. They get snapped up by some nearby predators. Well, that's just the circle of life. It's the circle of life. Cal is grateful you give him a chance. He doesn't want to be responsible for killing anything. And I didn't even lose any friendship with this loser because my job got done. He's probably just happy we didn't waste any ammo or something. Cringe, bro. Let's go. Wow, okay, hang on. 6. 6 here. No, this is a +6. I mean, we're gonna get it no matter what, but yeah. Let's abuse the wild a little bit. Let's go. Is that a redraw button? So close. And yet. There's like some vibes of like Kingdom Hearts Underworld in this, and it's very funny. I like the vibe. Oh, hey, Nomi. Catch Nomi in the lounge drawing on a single piece of actual paper. They look extremely focused and don't seem to notice you coming. As you get closer, you can tell this one piece of putting a lot of work into. Well, that's a fancy drawing. Nomi's head snaps up, and you can practically watch their blush spread across their cheeks and down their neck in real time. Oh, Selene, they exclaim, covering the picture with their hands and looking up at you with wide, panicked eyes. I didn't see you there, sorry. Love your art. Let me see it. Shoulders come down from around their ears. Really? 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 You do? They look up at their down at their drawing, then go tense again and snap it up, holding it carefully to their chest. Wait, no, you can't see it until it's done. Jumps up, scattering their art supplies everywhere. I have to be somewhere else now, right now. Bye. They run. It's not the kiosk scream. No kidding, that was stranger than normal. Living their best anime character life. I'll freak. That was a drawing of us, wasn't it? It has to be some kind of drawing of us, or it's a very intimate ship that they drew. Probably of us. That's part of the new garrison you're not supposed to visit. Deep underground, where the colony keeps dangerous animals that have been captured by the hunting parties and brought back to be studied. These aren't the cheerful fields where newly domesticated bristle slugs, float cows live out their days in peace and luxury. It's a grim place, filled with wild, furious creatures pacing in circles, lashing at the reinforced glass, shooting acid from their wherevers. Oh, this is where they hid the Manticore from the last year? You know this because Security Chief Rhett has brought you here today, past many secure doors, so he can show you what you're up against. You should assume everything outside the colony walls is trying to kill you, he says gravely. Even if it doesn't look like it wants to sting you or bite you, that doesn't mean it can't spray acid, release poisonous spores, liquefy your insides with a sonic blast, or release a deadly neurotoxin. If you don't know what it is, expect it's deadly. If you do know what it is, you should know how to kill it before it kills you. He teaches you about various xenofauna, their habitat, behavior, natural defenses, and weaknesses. Like always, he throws a lot of info at you and just expects you to be able to remember it flawlessly right away. Yes, there will be a test, he says when you ask. It'll be when you meet these monsters in the wild. If you fail that test, you're dead. In fact, you should be tested. Pop quiz, and say which animal has venom sacs and can camouflage itself so well you're likely to step on it. Don't worry, you won't die if you get this wrong today. I'm gonna say snap ladder. Yeah, correct! They like leg hold traps. They're like leg hold traps. They catch their prey by waiting for it to walk right on top of them, then they snap shut and hold their prey until it gives in. Adult snap ladders can move slowly, but it makes them ornery, especially when they're heavy with eggs. The young are too small to hunt like this, but they have venom sacs. Not too dangerous to humans unless you fall into a whole nest of them. I don't suggest you do that. It only makes sense. Okay, we got Noctilucent's Disdain. Whoa, I don't remember getting that card, but hell yeah. Actually, what if I swap you guys around because we don't lose anything from that? And I'll do 5 and 4. It's 48. Yay! Let's go! I'm still rich. It's ridiculous. Okay. It's mid dust for Nomi. Okay, that's what we wanted. So I can kind of ignore the rest of combat for now, because I can go shop, and I'm going to try and get my perception up, just in case we do need to skip some stuff. Can you give me a plas rifle? I hate it that I want to buy one of these. It's a drone rifle, not a prod. Well, like, it gives us a big boy buff to combat, and I think that with my third equipment slot, it's probably a good idea to use, all things considered. No. This is what I want, yeah. These artificial buffs to our abilities are really good. Now, where do I buff perception? Mid-dust next month. Here. Crystals. I'm running out. So you better be grateful, because I'm kidding. I want to buff perception a little bit, because I do want that last one. I've said that already twice, I think, but I think we're gonna need it, worst case. Will lookout duty give me perception? Yeah. You would think that people technologically advanced enough to survive, travel through a wormhole and survive on another planet would have come up with a defense strategy more complicated than get a teenager to stare into the wilderness for hours. You do think that a lot, with the many hours you have to yourself when you're on lookout duty. The thing is, you do have security bots for this job, but Security Chief Red doesn't trust them. They're nothing like the warrior robots from the Holovids. They're really just glorified motion sensors with smart monitors that can identify and report on hostiles. They're armed, but someone has to fire them remotely. And of course, nothing works quite right on Vertumna. During glow, some kind of electromagnetic interference can turn them off or make them fire at nothing. They're getting more eccentric every year, which is one way to describe armed and possibly murderous robots. You don't trust them either. You're idly kicking a sports ball someone left up there. When oops, you punted weird and it's maximum defense boss right in the sensor. Whoop, 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 whoop. Oh no. The little camera part whirs and all of a turret turn to aim at you. You feel the cold sweat prickle up the back of your neck. Whoop, 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 whoop. You remember that Rhett said, they won't fire unless a human tells them to, but even a Rhett doesn't trust them. I'm gonna fix it. Oh, nice, good! It's no trouble to reboot the thing and clean off its dirty camera. You feel bad for the little fella up here, just like you on lookout duty, but all day, every day, with no breaks at all. Less kudo. When you're fixing it, some huge flying Xeno went right over your head and, well, giant poops all over the colony square. It's not pretty. You should have seen that coming from clicks away, but neither of you or the rebooting camera bot warned everyone. Demerits. Don't care! I did buy the combat rifle. We equipped it instead of the... That's a plas cutter. That's not what I wanted. Penis. I'll fix that. Value is wild. Plus 5 to flush us with this card. Let's go. Let's get a flush going then. Big old flush. I just equipped the wrong thing. I mean, plas cutter's not bad, but... Governor Lum enters the calling square to his customary bombastic fanfare. Brass band, red carpet, banners from the Heliopause logo snapping in the hot dust breeze. It's disgusting. Governor gets his usual tithe of applause from diehard soldiers, but it's obvious how tired and fearful everyone has become in service of the war. You catch Mars' attention. She rolls her eyes and makes a gagging motion. Cal looks suddenly withdrawn, refusing along with the rest of the geoponics to give Lum any applause. The governor raises his hands in silence. Through it's largely unnecessary. Pioneers of Vertumna, he begins. We stand here today, not shivering and quaking in fear, but with our hands around the neck of the planet herself. Before he can continue, Mars leaps from her seat and runs to the front of the stage. A ripple of fear goes through the crowd. You all remember what happened to Utopia last year. It doesn't have to be like this, she cries, speaking to the crowd. We don't have to listen to him. He's just a bully with a gun like the ones we left on Earth. Why are you just sitting there? Come on, aren't you going to do anything? The council look up at each other. Rhett seems unmoved, and Utopia shrinks into herself, holding her hand to her chest. Aunt Anne looks concerned, but fearful of Lum. Instance is grim, and Seek just waits to see what happens. Only your mom looks enthusiastic, but she wisely looks around at the others and doesn't voice her support. Given that Lum's already hostile towards her, she'd be risking too much. Lum gestures sharply to his guards, and Mars is seized and taken out of sight. In the uncomfortable silence that follows, the governor strides to the front of the stage and looks down on the crowd. As I was saying, you can trust me to lead this colony and humanity into a new era. An era of peace and prosperity where we no longer need to fear the creatures that come out in the night. He raises his fist to the sky. "The planet is rich," he cries. "It is the Earth we were promised, unscarred by the mistakes of our forefathers. Here we will become what humanity has always strived to become, caretakers of a new garden, children of a new Earth." People cheer, spurred on by Lum's display of dominance. Lum looks upon the crowd with pride. "Pioneers, we are so close," he says. "Soon this planet will be ours, and all her riches and wonders with it. But first, we need to adapt to the harsh realities of our current world." He gestures at the council. "I know you all love your council, but it's time we thought about the future. We need to guard the colony leadership," he says this with some disdain, "against sudden upheavals, death, imprisonments, and the like. I've decided to instate a second position for each seat on council," he announces. Lum explains that every council member will take an official second in command. Seconds will be trained in the running of the department and will be ready to take over the department should the worst happen during an attack. The council looks concerned. Is this how Lum begins to cycle out the colonial government with a veneer of legitimacy? Applicants must spend a minimum amount of time in the department and will be judged by the council based on their relevant skills. Though Lum will likely argue hard for his Helio appointees. You scribble your name on the ballot for... Wow, we did a lot. Holy cow. Engineer. You come forward to the added ballot. Tangent watches you with a weird expression. She has her own name. The council discusses all the nominees at length. Then you win! Woo! Your holobomb chimes as congruence updates your clearance to give you access to all the schematics for the ships and their systems. When the voting is concluded, Seek announces the names of those newly appointed seconds. The crowd cheers for you when Seek reads out your name as second engineer. You don't recognize the Helio appointed as second administrator. Must be one of Lum's people. Vase is appointed as second security officer under Rhett. That's the one we got last time. He gives a little speech essentially congratulating himself and promising to single-handedly win this war. Blech. Cal is chosen to be second cultivator. He looks a little overwhelmed. Your mom must have put his name in. Oh no. And Anne obviously welcomes Tammy as her much needed second steward. Echinacea snoozes on Tammy's chest, a hopeful sign of prosperous times to come. A Helio soldier, you don't recognize the appointed Utopia's second, much to her dismay. Oh, we could have actually done lookout. Oh, sorry, I didn't think of that. After the politicking is over, the crowd adjourns to the feast tables and eventually the dance floor. Sun sets on the new day, the heat breaks, and the party continues well into the night. After the festivities, it's straight back to work as usual. Everyone complains you usually get at least a few days off after Vitaminalia, but Lum reminds the colony that it's only a few short months before the next attack. Your dreams begin to increase as in intensity as a wormhole draws close to the planet. Filled with terrifying and confusing visions, a feeling of urgency dogs your steps, like you're running out of time. Yeah, no kidding. We are exhausted, so we need to rest. Let's go back to the garden. First, we have to give gifts. It's mid-dusk. We don't want to miss Nomi. It's Nomi's birthday! I just want the chance. Yeah, I got a gift for you. Birthday! Best for light years. Let's go. Let's go? Okay, hang on. We also messed up in our gear. Did we not buy the big gun? Oh, we bought a blast cutter like a nerd. No, we didn't buy the big gun. That was 300. I only have 4. I guess I pressed the wrong buttons. What happened to that, brain? What's happening, brain? There, I want this. Buy it. Oh, I hit done instead. There. Gear, blast cutter, out, drone rifle in. 50 plus combat. That caps our combat out, almost. Mostly because it's 50 plus the 15. My garden is a peaceful place. Yeah, we've had this before. I don't know why it's taking so long for Hop Solo to level up. You wake to the sound of your holopalm chiming with new incoming messages. Blearily tap through your inbox, squinting in the bright light. Dr. Instance says you're all going to ruin your eyesight by 30 if you stare at your holopalms all the time. But Dr. Instance has never been a teenager on an alien planet, so what does she know? Oh, geez, that's supposed to be you? You are friends with Nomi, correct? Tell them not to clog up the colony message board with that. You go to the colony message board and find a new post from Nomi entitled "You Know Who You Are." You click it. The post contains a single image attachment depicting two people embracing while riding a Unisar. Nomi has dropped drawn hearts floating all around them. One is clearly Nomi's Legends of Avamar character, and the other, well, it could be you, but looking at it, well, it could be Rex as well. You look for more information. There is no strange. You close your holopalm and get ready to start the day. So it's like a mix of both? Nomi and Rex, possible polycule? I mean, that's funny. I don't have any logs for Rex. It's dry wood. month, isn't it? Yeah, should be able to find some. I want to raise my perception possibly to 100. And we are gonna do an outing right before Glow. Nice day, huh? So about that picture you posted. Okay, sure. It's a picture of you and me, isn't it? They look stunned, they purse their lips, and look down at their holo screen, blushing furiously and don't respond. No, I don't want to break their heart! Nope! Don't do it. Don't do it, Pyrus. We already have Sim. I'm not gonna date Nomi. Cheat on Sim. They didn't agree. Alright? Alright. I'm not doing this to people. About that picture you posted. Is it you and Rex? How did you know? It was... totally was. OMG. Nomi flops against the back of the couch and curls up into a ball, kicking their feet in the air. I don't know what to do. He's so cool. And not just cool, he's so nice and helpful. And, they look way embarrassed. I mean, I have eyes, you know. Even I'm not really interested in that kind of stuff. I know he's a super galactic hottie, too. He's like an 1100,000 gajillion out of 10. He's my best friend in the whole entire universe. I love him, right? And he says he loves me, but I don't know what that means. What if I dated Rex for real? They take a deep breath and hide their face against the pillow, but he really likes, you know, sex stuff. I thought you weren't into sex stuff. But I really like him. He's so good, and he makes me feel. Mars, who's in the lounge painting her nail, perks up her head and listens curiously. Nomi shrinks into themselves and lowers their voice. Sometimes I think about kissing Rex, and it makes me feel kind of weird, but in a good way. Alright, I'm not being a sex therapist for this 19-year-old. I just feel like if it was ever going to be anyone for me, Rex is a pretty good choice, right? What do you think, Solisea? Rex wouldn't make you uncomfortable. I know he's the best boy. Okay. You remind me that Rex is a very good boy, and they giggle and cover their eyes. They reply, then give a big sigh and go uncharacteristically quiet for a few moments. I know some of the adults in the colony have open relationships, Nomi says eventually. Sometimes Cal talks about how one of his mom's boyfriends doesn't live with them, and some do. And it's different, but it's still okay because people are happy, and that's what matters, right? I did not peg Cal's parents. I'd never met Cal's parents, but I didn't think they'd be open. Okay, cool. I don't mind if Rex does sex stuff with other people. It makes him happy, and I think all I need to be happy is to know that we're always going to be there for each other, together forever. And maybe we could kiss sometimes? I think I'd like that. I think he'd like that too. Let's go talk to Rex. Hugs. Spot Rex sitting on the second floor of an unfinished building, his feet dangling over the edge. He waves at you and gestures at you to come sit next to him. Hey, Solisea, he says, shooting you a tight smile before looking back over the rest of the colony. From here you can see the garrison soldiers marching around in formation with Vase at the head. Rex watches them with an uneasy... Did Nomi fall down the well? That's a good one, he says. You always know how to brighten up my day. You have one more surprise up your sleeve, though. You open your bag and pull out the dust medal you've lugged over from the canteen. Rex brightens and makes grabby motions with his hands. Yes, my hero! I don't know what song I was going to go with that. Rex tears into the soft rind of the melon with his fingertips and splits it in between the two of you. You sit together and watch Vase bark orders at the other young soldiers. What a bunch of mindless drones. Not all of them. Some are pretty nice, but everyone on the Helio listens to Vase, you know? He doesn't like me, so that means I've always been an outsider, whether I wanted it to or not. They're friendly to me, I guess, but it's not the same as having friends. Not like you or know me. It's fine, though. He says, shrugging dismissively. You don't have to like someone to hook up with them. I kind of like being the one everyone comes to if they just want to have a good time. What's the deal with you and Vase? His mouth twists and he spits a dust melon seed over the edge of the building. It's kind of a long story and not a fun one. I'd rather not drag it up. Give me the short version? He frowns and scratches his nose, still looking out as he assembled garrison soldiers. Short version as Vase isn't really the hero. He tells everyone he is. Obviously! He's just a bully. Everyone acts like they like him, but they're afraid of what he'll do if they step out of line. Yeah, that's the impression I get. He nods with the slow exception of someone who's long made peace with their situation. Yeah, it sucks. He agrees. It's just... Vase wasn't always like this. He used to be kind of like me, a small weird kid with a chip on his shoulder who just really wanted people to respect him. He runs his fingertip thoughtfully over his left forearm, where a gnarled scar winds over the bone. He got it, Rex continues. He looks like he might say more, but he goes quiet for a few seconds and said, I wish it was different. I wish he was different. We could have been friends, maybe. The garrison soldiers break from formation, and you watch Anemone approach Vase. He sweeps her up in his arms and swing her around. You can hear her delighted laughter from here. Rex watches this with a frown. And Emily and I don't know each other very well, he says. Probably because Vase is telling her all kinds of lies about me, but I'm a little scared for her, you know? She doesn't know what he's capable of. Ooh, he's a big boy abusive guy. Okay, we knew this, but like, oof. Rex straightens and puts on a happier face. I don't want to waste my day thinking about Vase, though, he says firmly. And when there's fields, friends to talk to, and a whole world to explore, and dust melon to eat, splits off another segment of dust melon and eats it with gusto, laughing as the juices dribble onto his mostly bare chest. And baths to have, I guess, he giggles, wiping up the juices and licking off his fingers, seemingly without a care in the world. I stand this boy. Alright, we need more perception. Let's go on lookout duty. Explore nearby. 1 perception. Okay, not Freaky Tiki. Hop solo. We gotta find some friends, eh? Gotta find those eggies. Hello, Utopia. Paths are narrow and constant need of repair. Yeah, we'll do this again. I just need a 3. Oh, I see that it affected them there too. 1, 5, 4. Yeah, 9, 8, 7, 8. Dude. Yeah, okay, good. We've done this. Another Vriki. Vriki. I'm gonna sing to it. Looks like we're pretty good with animals. We're pretty good with everything right now. I could do 5, 4, and I don't want that. I don't want it, but actually we could do 4, 5, 6. Ah, but see, the problem is that this is not red. Actually, that doesn't matter if I'm doing a streak. Straight. Was that migraine headache? Yeah, on my head. Maybe 3, 5. I don't have any 4s. Bwamp. Nobody won? Hey, look, a straight. Let's go. Eight, 7, no 6. What if we work backwards? Okay, let's start with 3, 4. I don't have a 5. I also don't have a 6, but that's fine. It's another 3. We'll do that. We pass, doesn't really matter. It's a bad score, but we're not looking for kudos. It's a strange approach, but it seemed to work. Sometimes your music can soothe the savage beast. You sing a lullaby, and the great beast looks at you with curiosity. Eventually, its eyes drift closed, and it settles down, tucking its many legs underneath. You must have been very tired. I'm gonna leave it. Let's not kill it for no reason. Ah, symbiosis, my friend. Berry bushes. Research them first. Bunch of them that nobody's touching. Suspicos. 12, 9, 7. Bada bing, bada boom. Lots of points. Oh, I wish I had a 7. 6. Stress isn't that high yet. That would turn it mental. 5, 4. Oh. How could you do this to me, game? Played me like a player. 10. How many gems we got? Oh, dude, really? course, everything becomes wild next to it. Why not? Big flush. Still not the best, but that's not surprising. Harvest them. Get more food and kudos. No food, actually. Identify the mushrooms. I want more colony defense, but I think we're going to have to survive with just the 4. It's going to be a bad end for the colony defense, but hey. 4, okay, 6, 5. 9, 5. Let's go with this, actually. So many things I can, like, just toss in there. Actually, if I do that and I put a 3 here. Explosive mushrooms, baby. Okay, Sim's over here. Simbe nods as you approach. This is the human I wanted to see, he says with a solemn smile. The Overseer would like to speak to you again. Sim leads you to the same cave as before. Nothing has changed. You get the impression that nothing much does change here. You place your hands on the handles of the array and wait. We have thought over our conversation. You feel the Overseer in your mind. We considered that symbiosis may be corrupt and in need of reabsorption, but his affection for your species is genuine. So we have an offer to make you. Humans wield godlike powers, but lack the capacity to understand the consequences of their action, the Overseer explains. You have no connection to the land you claim beyond the short, brutal window of your own consciousness. Our offer is this: we will not eradicate your colony. Instead, you will be tended to, just as the gardeners tend to the rest of the planet. You will be given fresh water, clean air, and good soil, and be protected from outside harm. In exchange, humans will stay within their colony and limit their population growth so as to maintain the balance within the habitat. You will not leave this territory to procure more resources. You will cease all hunting, logging, and expansion outside of your valley. Like a human nature reserve? More or less, the Overseer responds. You are a curiosity to us as well as a sentient species. We would like to preserve you without endangering the ecological balance of the planet. Now you will go and convince the others of your species to agree to this compromise. I'm down. I like that idea because we are guests on this planet. You say you don't know if there's any way to convince Governor Lum to agree to this. The Overseer seems to accept this. An envoy will visit in glow season to discuss it formally. It replies. To be clear, an armed envoy. We suggest making yourself look non-threatening by then. Sim embraces you as you remove your hands from the array. Thank you, he murmurs in your hair. I fought hard for them to consider options other than eradication. I'm glad my trust in you was rewarded. Sim's curiosity 3. Oh, it's a 15 if we have only... Okay. As Sim leads you back to the surface, you quietly wonder at him. This man, or rather this ancient artificial intelligent resembling a man, has pushed his directives to the limits to help humanity. His interest started with mere curiosity, but over time he's come to love humans and value survival. Has he made a mistake? Not if I can help it. Spot a hop-eye nest, just like Tangent asked you to find. There are 9 eggs inside, all packaged up in what looks like a delicate spun glass cocoon. You don't see the parents. Seal! Break a little hole in the cocoon and put 3 of the eggs in your bag. They're a little gooey, you hope they don't break. Turn to leave and come face to face with an adult hop-eye. Understandably, it looks spittin' mad. It drums its powerful foot on the ground in warning, and 4 more pop out of the undergrowth and start hissing at you. You should have known these sociable little creatures raise their young communally. Use animal psychology. You've learned from the Holopedia that 2 different sets of eyes on a hop-eye have different purposes. The large bulging eyes on top are hardwired for perceiving danger, but their small forward-facing ones are more concerned with finding food. If you're not food and you're not in danger, you throw yourself onto your belly and wriggle away while the hop-eyes stare at you curiously. When you're a safe distance away, they return to poking at their violated nest in confusion. Got 'em, baby. We'll keep the expedition going just for the sake of having more points, I guess. Scope it out. Got me a locked right there. 4. And we can make this a 5. A little bit of oh, whoop. That's a hard challenge. 6. 6. We're not getting no... Okay. And finally, I got a mysterious stranger. 8. 5. Got a super goal. Wasn't expecting to get the best result there, but hey. Water Tato and the Forge. Yeah. One more event. Float cow. Try to capture one. Wait. I don't think we're supposed to do that. All things considered, I vaguely remember we just agreed not to take outside, don't know if that's currently a thing, so. Yeah, my stress is over 40 for sure. It's better than nothing, I guess. Not great. 8. I don't have a 7. We still get it. The others won't let her eat in the keep. Oh, cool. We pick out one young female that looks underfed and moves slowly. She seems like an outcast. Yeah, she's unfortunately the runt of the litter. Lasso around her and hold her down while she whinnies in terror and releases her piss ballots to try to get away. You're in the blast radius, but you hold firm, able to bob her along. Yeah, cool. Well, howdy. What do we have here? Well, you're a real cowpoke, someone say. I'm a mite jealous. She inspects the tired, full cow. She's looking a little under the weather. He's hoping we can nurse her back to health back on the ranch. Take her back myself. You can come see her anytime in geoponics. Good. We're going to have to go to geoponics. I need more perception. Early wet. Wet means that they're at the survey bit. Yeah. Oh, hi. Walking through the colony gardens when you turn a corner and almost run into Nomi and Rex standing together, sharing an umbrella and having a serious conversation. Nomi looks flustered and anxious while Rex's expression is patient. I guess we're eavesdropping. Duck behind a trellis just at time to see Nomi thrust a crumpled envelope in Rex's hand, bowing slightly. Bowing slightly, of course. Rex smiles gently as he opens the envelope and reads the letter. You watch his expression go from patient to surprise before settling it on affectionate. Nomi, this is so sweet. I didn't know you felt that way about me. Nomi twists their hands together anxiously. It doesn't have to be a big deal, okay? I don't really know how I feel exactly. They take a deep breath. I should know that I really like you. You make me feel, confused and scared sometimes, but in a good way. Rex cups Nomi's face in his hands. Nomi, you never have to force yourself to do or feel anything that makes you uncomfortable. Not for me, not for anyone. You know you and me are forever, right? Strokes their cheeks with cheeks, not cheese. With his thumb. I love you just the way you are. Nothing you do or don't do is going to change that. It's not like that. I feel things for you. I think about things about you that I've never thought about anyone before. Oh yeah, Rex does a bit of his usual teasing humor, coloring his tone. Like, what, Nomi? Like, I mean, kissing. Kissing, Nomi, you dirty bird. Well, I've never. He teases and Nomi laughs and gives him a push. We can kiss. Taking Nomi by both hands, smoothing out their trembling fingers. We can kiss whenever you want. I'd love to kiss you. Okay. Hey. Really? You want to kiss me? Sure, I love you, and we're going to be together a long time. I want to do stuff with you that makes us both happy. That's all I want. Smiles crookedly, exposing one fang. If you feel kissing sometimes, that's great. You make it sound so easy. When you say things like that, it makes me feel really good, like you understand me. Nomi purses their lips. I want to try to understand you, too. I know you really like doing things that I don't like doing, so if you want to keep doing that with other people, I'd be okay with that. Rex stands up a little tall, looks Rex right in his mismatched eyes. And it might not ever happen, but maybe someday if I wanted to do sex stuff. Nomi, you're the most amazing person I've ever met. Rex cradles Nomi's face again, his face serious and very fond. If you ever want to do sex stuff, he says, smiling at the phrase, I would consider it an honor, really. Rex and Nomi look into each other's eyes for a long time, until Nomi lets out a little sob and their shoulders start shaking, crying in sheer relief. Nomi! Hey, come on, did you think I'd say anything else? I didn't know! Well, now you know. There's another long moment where they just look at each other, grinning like fools until Rex clears his throat. So, do you want your first kiss now? Yes! Alright. That is, in fact, the perfect time to give them privacy, Selenicea. Big brain hours. Glad you caught on. And how's Nomi's friendship doing? Nah, 88. We might not be able to max them out by the end of the stream. By the end of the year. I gotta go rest anyway. Yep. It's a peaceful place, as usual. Fine tangent engineering set down the bag of squelchy, goopy hop-eye eggs. Her eyes go wide. You found them, she exclaims. That's wonderful. I was beginning to think you'd forgotten all about my request. She reaches for the eggs but stops. Wait, what does that sound? Are they? They are. You hear a wet cracking sound coming from the bag. You're about to witness the miracle of life for Tumnus style. What do you do? Analyze the project process. Sorry. Pull out your hollow palm prayer to take notes. Why miss the opportunity? You and Tang watch over in wonder as the gel-like shell of the largest Hopeye egg splits like a ripe melon in the sun, spilling out a tiny squirming pink baby and a small bottle of amniotic fluid. You watch the last 2 eggs intently, but through the clear eggshells, you don't see any movement at all. Not even a heartbeat. It's okay. We only need one. The tiny Hopeye is on its feet, well, foot, within minutes, taking cautious little hops on the sleek surface of the lab bench. Magnificent, keeping the palm-sized Hopeye from falling off the table. I expected them to be helpless at birth, like kittens or birds, but not already moving around like an ungulate. Incredible. I can't wait to study. It's yours. Not the loyalty! Perfect. Let me get a specimen container for it. She leaves you with the tiny clumsy thing, which chirps and blinks up at you unleavingly with its 4 eyes. Well, whatever Tang and Dr. Instance are going to do with it, it's probably for the greater good of the colony. That's what we gotta tell ourselves. We don't care about the greater good, we're supposed to be rebellious! Okay, last chance for perception boosts. Gonna have to take that chance. They're at 90, not 100. Hey, how you doing, Ollie? Good afternoon. Lookout duty. We want perception. Shut up, Vase. Nobody likes you. Ew. Yeah, that's right. You better lower your friendship with this nerd. Okay. Obviously, we put the biggin. Slap a 0 in there. Hang on. I could actually slap a 0 in there like this. That's 7. We could put 6 in. And do I have 5? Oh, baby! Indeed. This game is fantastic. It is absolutely amazing. Not to mention, I got surprised, too, because they've done this awesome thing where, like, whenever you see a card, you can see the artist. Like, the art is who wrote the... They wrote down not only the name of the artist on each card, as you would do with, like, a trading card game. They have, like, the Twitter handles. So, like, if you're wanting to see some of the artists, like, in the long run, see what they do, you can just be like, oh, hey. And then I got surprised. I mentioned this yesterday. I got surprised that, like, some of these cards are drawn by an artist that I already followed on Twitter. I was like, no way, do I recognize that handle? I did. Yeah, exactly. You can just be like, oh, they're like, oh, end credits? Nope, nope, nope. It's technically your deck building, so... Okay, last month before everything goes wackus bunkus. Oh, we're so close. We're so close. We are going to... How about we save scum a little bit here? Save this one here. Okay. But yeah, this game's actually amazing. It's got, like, obviously it's a visual novel. I say obviously. It has the visual novel vibes, I should say. The reason I'm playing this is because 2 of my friends were like, yo, you should play this if you're looking for a game. I'm like, I am looking for a game. They're like, well, it's an indie game. I'm like, 5 points out of 10 already. And then they said, it's also super queer friendly. I'm like, 10 points. So that's like 15 points out of 10. I'm buying it. And then they were like, yeah, I think you're going to like it a lot because it's just absolutely heart-wrenching. And I'm like, it's already in my Steam cart, bro. Stop. And yeah, and then like, because I was supposed to play something else this week, and we don't have that set up yet, I figured throw a poll, and this is like queer-friendly, so Pride Month. It is, oh, the art is beautiful. I saw the art on the Steam page, and I was like, this is so cute. Fantastic. I love this game. It's novel. I don't know if it's novelty. I don't want to say it's novelty that I love this game so much, but like, yeah, I'm really liking this game. Okay, we got the combat buff. Watch where you're walking. Don't get stressed. We gotta pure walk this whole place. Okay, no stress where we don't need it. Manticore-chan. Did they stay? No, they didn't. All right. Boing, 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 boing. Okay, hold up. Oh yes, take a closer look, and then we gotta. Skill with the blast cutter comes in handy as you're able to cut a Selena-sized hole through the sticky hairs without accidentally getting them all over yourself. Seriously, this stuff is like super glue and the strands are extremely tough. You get a small piece on your pants and you're pretty sure it's never coming off. I can't believe they ruined my pants. Hey, we got more crystal? Okay, cool. There's Manticore friend. Where's Sim, actually? Buddy. You come across a sawmill that's been shut down for the season. There's movement inside and something in there. Oh yes, this is where the small one is hurt. When we released it, we didn't get in trouble, so we're gonna do that. The Faceless comes and like saves us, or doesn't kill us, I should specify. New perk? Hell yeah! Wait, no. Oh, dude, that's so cool. What is that? Is that empathy? Did we just now max out empathy? That don't make no sense. And yet, I think we just maxed out empathy for the first time. I swear I thought we had that on lock already. Hey, Sim baby, how you doing? No? Okay, cool. Yeah, is this it? No, I thought I went down the wrong path. Oh my god. Hang on, that's what a Faceless looks like when it's not trying to kill me? I'm in. Your exploration leads you steadily upwards until you find yourself on a plateau overlooking the valley. The colony is a dark little smudge below, a break in the magnificent natural luminescence of glow. From up here, the wormhole feels so close you could touch it. You're not alone up here. Your heart leaps into your throat as you spot it, silhouetted dark on dark under the eerie light of the wormhole. A Faceless. No, leave the guards alone. Okay, 50 bravery. I swear I thought we had empath already. See, I started this playthrough, because you play through multiple things and unlock certain things, right? And I started this playthrough with like, oh, we're gonna save a character, we're gonna romance them, and then that person ended up romancing another character, and they are both such pure cinnamon rolls that I said I cannot, in good conscience, ever break up this couple. But the first person was very much work on them using empathy, and I thought we already 100%ed that, so win for us, I guess. Atop this high plateau ringed by gnarlwood trees, the massive creature stands staring at the sky. As you watch, mesmerized, some of its swinging tentacles open up and a glowing dust oozes from them, rising like smoke into the night. Then it's gone? The whole entire Faceless just vanished in the blink of an eye? Or did you imagine it? You rub your face, easing the sudden tension that has sprung up behind your eyeballs. Approach where it was standing. There are footsteps here, giant footsteps, each ringed with mushrooms pushed up from the most soil by the weight of the beast. You gingerly realize you're standing in the middle of one. The Faceless, if indeed one was standing here earlier, could crush you as flat as the grass beneath your feet. Okay, so this Faceless is like the source of some mushrooms. That's lit. You find other signs of it. Trees have been knocked down in a circular pattern here, and the bushes and grass have been pushed up into one big mound, leaving the rest of the plateau clear. You remember this place now, from your visions, from under the pyramid and the resting ridges, and from long before that. You feel as if you've always known something important will happen here soon. We're waiting. That's what we're here for, baby. You stare up at the wormhole, immense in the sky above, just as you remember doing in your vision. You wait, and wait, and wait. You yawn and check your holopalm. It's hard to keep track of time during glow, but it's getting late. You look around, but nothing has changed. The trees are perfectly seen. We do enjoy mushrooms, except when they try to kill you, and they sure try that in this game. You wait and wait. The wormhole still is especially huge right now. Is it always so big? You imagine you can see whole galaxies in its slowly spinning arms. Tiny flecks of rainbow light being sucked into the black hole in the center. But it's so much closer than a galaxy, so close it could swallow you and all of your tumnah in its hungry, ethereal maw. Okay, the stress is going up for no reason. Can we stop it? Forest seems to get quieter, as if it's expecting something. The wormhole swells as you stare and stare into its depths. It's been hours. It's now well past the middle of the night. You're exhausted, but you can't look away. You feel hypnotized. No, stop it. You've always been waiting. You will always be waiting, staring up at the wormhole, being sucked into its depths. The shadow falls over you. Hello, Faceless friend? Yeah, you slowly lower your gaze from where you've been staring at the wormhole for hours. Your neck's stiff and sore. Straight ahead of you, what you'd earlier thought was just the shadow of a tree. Sorry, the timing on that. We're literally a day before Shadow of the Erd Tree. That's in my brain. Is the Faceless. I was there all along. It was there all along watching you. I was there? That was a misread, but that's a Freudian slip, I think. Pretty sure this thing is connected to us somehow. It takes a heavy step forward, then another. It moves gently, its feet sinking into the soft ground and pushing up phosphorescent fungi from below to explode to the surface in rings of jubilant light. You don't move as it approaches. It took all your energy to look away from the wormhole, but you're still completely spellbound. Hey, oh dear. The Faceless looms over you, as big as a building. It didn't kill us last time. Its zippered neck gapes grotesquely, and its tentacles wave gently through the air, tasting it, feeling it, smelling you. The end of two tentacles open, and that strange glowing mist floats up from them. It leans down. It envelops you. I don't like the end being an option here. It envelops you in its tentacles, each as large as you are, and you breathe in its spores. Under the eternal night sky of glow, the wormhole seems to swallow you both whole, and the entire planet, and an infinite number of universes beside. You feel a beckoning within you, a curious tug somewhere in your ribcage, a yearning you can't describe. At any other point of the playthrough, this would be alarming. You could end the entire playthrough by clicking this option, I feel, but we need to do it to get some information for further playthroughs, which is why I do not hesitate to click this, except for a save. So this is how it all began. Are we gonna get that good song, the best song? Transcended time. Oh, it is the song. Okay, cool. When you were very young, you had vivid dreams of things you've never experienced. Dirt under your feet, skies overhead, endless jungles and strange animals. Now you know why. The moment of time, you on the plateau drawing... this moment of time, you on the plateau, drawing in the wild, faceless, mind-altering spores, and the pulsing wormhole above. This moment cascades backwards and forwards through all time and space, through all of your life. It's such a good song. It's what binds you to those other lives and gives you glimpses of them in dreams. This moment. This is the reason we get wormhole shenanigans. It is infinite. You are, in this moment, connected to all your other moments. What has been and what will be. What could be or will never be. Some scraps slip through the web and touch all the other you out there. You, all the you that have been or could be, are forever changed. To your friends in the colony, it may appear that you've fallen into a coma from which you'll never wake, but your consciousness is free. In that infinite moment, to visit all lives and possibilities at once. You have transcended. In the moment of your death, as your brain cells fizzle out one by one and shut down forever, a vision swims in your mind's eye. I actually really love this upcoming art. We've seen this on this, yeah, like when you know what you're doing, you're like, ah, let's go. I want the secrets unveiled immediately. Is that a person? Ancient Solanaceas. Or ancient... I don't know what the name of this character is meant to be. I guess you could call them Soul. They seem so familiar. You feel like you know them so well. Oh, it's you, only ancient. Their arms are covered with so many data bands, so many lifetimes of knowledges. Of knowledge? Knowledge? Singular? Like you get one of these every time you play a playthrough because your secret admirer gives you one. Everything you've ever loved is written on all of them. The ancient you speaks without moving their mouth, not in words but in something like pictures. Still, you understand. Can I understand? Okay, quick. Look at you. I mean, us. They shake their databands with good humor. I suppose that explains how we got here. Then they frown. It does get boring, though, doesn't it? Knowing everything at once, I mean. I understand if you'd want to go back to how things were. They looked over your shoulder into a distance you cannot see. Back when it was simple, when we only caught glimpses of the time web. Oh, to be a baby again. Just a simple, naive child. I lived my best life. I can tell from the weight of your soul, they say sadly, that many of your friends and family died before their time. Before who might not have, perhaps, if you'd made different choices. People who might not have, sorry. They pat your shoulder consolingly. It's natural, in grief, to wish you could have done something different, to have saved someone. But we're special, aren't we? We really can save them. Which we have. We saved everybody except one character. We have a chance to take another path, to change the way our life turned out. They reach out a hand. Come with me. Go with them. I need to get this song on my Spotify, man. I could use a good cry every now and then. I just can't remember what the song is called. Soundtrack. Dun, dun. Also, please don't nail me for copyright, Twitch. The Child You Were, there we go. I want to make sure it's the right artist. Francis Aravel. From the Shining of the Dark EP. Yo, they got a whole EP. Let's go! I'm so hyped. Add to play. I can't tell if it's playing anything right now. Life-changing music comes out of indie games at such a regular basis that, like, why aren't everybody playing these games? You know what I'm saying? We got the Transcended Time ending. Look at all these endings. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 1, 2, 3. Oh crap! 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 29 possible endings based off, and this is simply based off like this. There's one that is even harder to get than Transcended Time. I bet this is like the full piece one. We might have to do a Dees playthrough just to get the Surveyor stuff. And we almost have all the backgrounds. Those are really easy to get. Look at this stuff. It's so pretty. Sim pounced upon. There we go. Sim spoilering. Let's go. She's alive. Nomi, I can't figure out if Nomi was playing Final Fantasy or World of Warcraft, but I want to say World of Warcraft. It feels more World of Warcraft-ish the way they described it. Obviously, 8 special endings and then everything else is a career ending. So there are 21 career endings. There are 21 careers, I guess, yeah. We did play a lot of Sports Ball when we did the Sports Ball, by the way. The soundtrack's over, so I'm done. Start your new life. Who's in the intro? Oh, baby! We got Sim. We didn't get Nomi, though. Tragedy. So we are set to play this another 2 times, like, today. We're en route to the colony collapse? Whoa, wait a minute, homie. What do you mean? Is that the one where I tell them... No, we loaded back too quick. This one? Is that the one where I tell them, hey, don't listen to Lum? Oh no, it's because I have the... Oh, crud, I can't. Quiet? Quiet's like all the way over here. No! I just... Crap, we saved over the one that was the... Although I guess... Oh, hang on, we might be able to do this and then just kind of like... Just go home, yeah, okay. If we refuse... stay to watch it. If we, refuse... why am I going through all of this? It's because we have the rebellion, right? Yeah. I chose the longest way to do it instead. 10 out of 10. I'm just gonna refuse eternity, that's all. Peace out, loser. You are ready. A small part of you demands stay here on this plane. Okay. As you slowly disconnect from the gentle creature, it can feel its emotion. You can feel its emotions, its story. You understand that it was born like the others of its kind. It's in a breeding tank below the ground. Although it was sent here to destroy your colony, something changed in it that can't be changed back. You see again the image of the Faceless staring up at the wormhole, transfixed as you were. It no longer feels the pull of the ley lines, the thumpers, the forces that were used to control it. It is no longer a construct or an avatar, but a free being. It only feels the dance of the wormhole now and the natural rhythms of life itself. You stand completely still, arrested by the sudden understanding that sweeps over you. The Faceless retreats to the large mound of grasses and bushes at the other end of the plateau. A baby Faceless pokes its head out of the nest, wriggling its tentacle in greeting to its mother. Hey, send me home. Nah, it's at home. We still got that. That was cool. I wish we had art out of that, though. But, hey. Alright. Knowing the attack is coming, as it always comes in Glow, does nothing to calm your nerves. There's only so long you can handle sheltering in your quarters. As the months draw longer, you find yourself almost compulsively walking the walls when you're not working, scanning the tree line for the first sign of trouble. You're there when you see them, dark on dark shapes coming out of the forest, perfectly silent. You watch with the lookouts as more and more figures amass at the forest's edge. Minutes pass as the horde pushes into the firebreak, numbering at least, it must be in the thousands, more animals than you've ever seen in one place. The ground is choked with a teeming carpet of smaller creatures darting in and among the legs of 3 Faceless. Oh wait. Yeah, 3. The mood on the walls is discouraged. 1 Faceless destroyed your colony. 2 Faceless required an irresponsible number of explosives to take down. How are you supposed to handle 3? There's even more. A familiar being cuts through the horde and stands in the front like a general leading the army. Gardeners must come in all shapes and sizes, but you know this one from the hatred in their eyes. It's Noctilucent. Noctilucent steps forward. For millennia, I have been tasked with keeping this planet safe from invasive species. Extreme weather, plague, famine, the migration of predators, all tactics I have used to ensure an invasive species cannot find a foothold where they do not belong. Their command of the human language has vastly improved since you last saw them. The gardeners learned quickly. Controlling you by indirect means has proven ineffective, they say, glaring up at a row of horrified colonists atop the walls. I can no longer ignore the destruction you have caused and the threat you represent to the planetary ecosystem. However, Sim steps out of the tree line and stands beside Noctilucent. His eyes find yours unerringly across the firebreak. Some gardeners argue you have the capacity for reason. So I have come to offer you an alternative, your unconditional surrender. Noctilucent smiles up at you, smirks up at you actually. I don't know how you can see a smirk in that. Surrender is the correct word, is it not? Something your singular violent brains can understand. The terms are simple. Humanity will cease reproduction, cease expansion, and in return will be allowed to live out your remaining Oh, dude, we can't even continue living? That sucks. I don't know who you think you are, buddy, his voice booms out from the wall, but you and your BS deal can bugger off and keep buggering off until you think you've buggered off so much you just can't bugger off any further. He points at Noctilucent. Then bugger off some more. This planet belongs to us humans now. It's hard to tell, but you think Noctilucent looks amused. Maybe they were hoping this would be your answer, and of course, with Lum speaking for the colony, it was inevitable. So be it, they reply, and the attack begins. I mean, I'm gonna fight, see if we can save people, I guess. Your species is truly hopeless. I told them you would never put aside your egos. The wave of attackers rolls over the firebreak, crashing against the walls. Flying creatures scream overhead, and the sound of plasma rifle fire fills the air. We got mid. This is better than the last time, if I'm being honest. I didn't realize we had 10. Less than 10. No, we have more than 5. As you run, you notice that the colony seems to be holding its own. Nothing has breached. Lum is the doom of our species. But we could probably... what's the word I'm looking for? Replace him, but it's not... something that ends with pose. Thanks, brain. Depose him with... Mars. I don't think depose is the right version of that word. And it seems the tide of monsters emerging from their Jesus slows. The colony looks evenly matched. The battle's not in the bag, but as long as the defenses hold, things look hopeful. You're descending from the walls when you're thrown to the ground by a tremendous rumble. A few meters in front of you, something tunnels towards you in the mud. You have the impression of something long and dark that cuts through the ground like a shark through water. You scramble to your feet, but it cuts off your path, forcing you towards the geoponics outbuilding. It's a storage shed, mostly empty besides bales of hay used as float cow feed. It's dimly lit, but you think you see another door at the far end. The creature advances, throwing up rocks and chunks of dirt as it tunnels closer. Well, we gotta fight it. I don't want to die. Thanks. Oh, lordy, that's not good. I want a 5, thanks. Never mind, that's 24. I mean, versus, like, what? No, thank you. You know what we could do, though? We could do this, and it'd give us... Still trash. Okay. Why is this more? Because we got a pair? Oh! Because, yeah, red pairs get more. Also, we double it. Wait, how do we double it? I don't remember how the points work. Ugh, this is going to be a rough one, though. Okay. If this is the only blue card, we get a 15. Let's not put any blue then. That means I can't make it its only blue card, so we're not doing that. 8, 5, 3. How many value is wild, though? Can I do this? That wouldn't force us to need 56 for the next bit. Can I actually screw around? This is going to be the... Okay. 2. We might need to get it a bit more fancy style. But I'm not in pain for any of these, so that's a lot better. 48 is not doable if I got this bad boy doing this. Okay, unfortunate. I might have to redraw my entire hand. Oh, we're so close. Okay, hold up. If I move you all to one side like this, we could slap in this discovering. And we could push through, but do I want to? Yeah, let's push through. The building's on fire. Oh, yeah! Okay. We are ouchied. Oh no, did we die? No, we get the beginning scene, of course, where this happens. And is it going to be still Anemone, or are we going to get somebody else? Because Anemone is like, meh. No, it's Anemone. Yeah. We'll get him with the what's going on. Obviously, you can't speak very properly. You get half dragged. Glow season. We got Spookymans here. Wait, hold on. You remember this from another life. You prepared for this earlier. You remembered this day for many years. The choking heat of the fire, the dog's creature's dead yellow eyes haunting your dreams. You've prepared for it. Specifically, you've installed an arm freeze trap right where you knew the animal would be standing when it transformed into a towering horror. As it does, you trigger the detonator. The trap sucks inward, drawing all the heat from its surrounding. The monster's feet are frozen to the floor as it instantly crystallizes, becoming an ice statue. Anemone doesn't stop to wonder how this happened. She gives the statue a solid kick, and of course, Anemone. You emerge from the inferno of the shed, burned and concussed, but alive. Anemone smiles. It's good to be alive. You have your wounds tended in the medbay. Other soldiers here are in much worse shape, but at least the battle's over. It was long and bitter, resulting yet again in the destruction of most of the sawmills and arable land. The defenders managed to repel the Xenos before damage could be done to the inner colony, or maybe the monsters lost interest before finishing the job. Oh no, it's hard? Okay, what do I have to get the colony destroyed ending? You have to get less than 5 in your defenses? It says that the planet wants to suffer, you to suffer, but doesn't intend to finish the job off. Not yet, anyway. For now, you're just happy you survived to live another day, and that day is your birthday, baby! By the time you've recovered, your sons have returned. It's your 20th birthday. You're a fully fledged adult now, though in many ways you already were and have been for a long time. You and your friends step out to greet the new day and start the rest of your life on Vertumna. We are now no longer a teenage exocolonist. We are an adult exocolonist. You have to have crap defenses and piss off Noctilucent so he takes the fight seriously. We are a botanist. I didn't realize we spent that much time in the... It's cute. Do they have... Haha, rebellion. There's no end of species to discover on Vertumna. In your lifetime, you discovered over 13,000 different species of flora and fauna, and some that transcend that distinction too. No! Snack Sniffer and Wonder Fungus, Double Scrundle, Grundmutter, Gullywader, and the Tasseled Lumpkin. You discovered them, so you get to name them. Future generations will just have to deal with it. Ain't that a mood? You work under Cal, who's a better boss than he wants to admit. He doesn't mind when you disappear for a month to go tromping about in search of some new variation of fungus. But what about symbiosis, the bridge between two peoples? Undying, never aging, ever-patient Sim becomes as much a mystery to you as the rest of the planet. Because he disappears, right? The colony continues to buckle under yearly attacks and unnatural disasters, but Sim never wavers in his passion to learn everything about humanity. Though he remains as cryptic as always, his affection for your species only deepens. In your grief and demoralizing fatigue, you sometimes turn to blaming Sim. Why can't he stop these attacks? Why can't he argue with the gardeners to leave humanity alone? He never holds it against you, no matter how cruel your words. Every time you calm down, he patiently reminds you that his dissenting voice is one of the only reasons humanity hasn't been destroyed outright. You continue to meet him in secret, keeping your relationship hidden from the rest of the colony. You wish they could understand, but they won't, not while war rages between your people. You visit Sim as your job allows it, but over time you see him less. He doesn't need to come to your rescue anymore. You're an adult now, and you know what you're doing out there in the wilds. Eventually you stop seeing him at all. You think he might have taken another form. Maybe he's moved on from humans to study some other animal, or maybe the gardeners have given up on understanding humans. The attacks only grow stronger every year. What about Tammy? Your friend Tammy blossoms into a fine mother, not just to her own children, but to every person in the colony who needs a mother's love. Cal and Tammy's commitment ceremony is the event of the decade, bedecked with flowers, streamers, and holographic images of unicorns and fairy tale castles. They stand before the colony with echinacea and profess their intentions to live together as a family unit. A foregone conclusion for most, as Tammy's already beginning to show her second pregnancy. The 3, soon 4, then maybe more of them, are a symbol of hope for your growing colony. They live in a homestead near Geoponics, and their home is always filled with love and laughter. Tammy insists on cooking for you on your weekly family dinners, and she even begins to get pretty good at it. Quite without meaning to, Tammy becomes an advocate for the communal raising of children, just as you yourselves were raised. The more militant Helios resist not wanting to associate with the Stratos hippie nonsense, but as the colony grows, so too does her influence over the next generation. Though Aunt Anne stays on as the chief steward well into her 90s, Tammy takes over the new creche and becomes something of a mythical figure in the colony. Auntie Tammy in her own right. Though there's no, I can't, My brain just stopped. Okay. There's no child born who doesn't know the safety and warmth of Tammy's arms. Who's next? Nomi never really figures out what they want to be. They dabble in many things and continue to do odd jobs. With the colony seemingly constantly in peril, there are always work to be done and not enough hands to do it. Eventually, they start describing themselves as someone who used to be really creative before life got too busy. Ah! My heart, Nomi! That was the confident ending, right? Yeah. Nomi and Rex continue to date, much to gentle amusement of anyone who knows how mismatched their views on relationships are. It takes Nomi a long time to warm up to the idea of getting physical with someone, and they need to love and feel comfortable with them first. They're almost vibrating with happiness when they confide in you that, for them, that person is Rex. They're best friends and life partners and just good for each other. Like two puzzle pieces differently shaped but fitting together. Nomi supports Rex dating other people after all. That means they just have more time to hang out with their other best friend, you. They never lose their fascination with Vertumnan animals. One of their hyperfixation leads them to volunteer as a rancher, where they're working one fateful day with the explorers bringing in a Unisaur. Despite the beast's aggression and capricious nature, something between just clicks. Nomi becomes the only person who can calm down the fearsome creature to the point where it will follow along behind them as gentle as a float cow. Nomi's magical unicorn friend is something of a celebrity among the colony. They're a big hit at princess-themed parties. It's hard to believe that someone like Nomi grew up on the Heliopause. They just don't march to the beat of their own drum. They don't just march to the beat of their own drum. They're their own brass band and acrobat troupe and free candy buffet all in one person. They're your friend though, through thick and thin. But what about my parents? They lived. Your parents work almost hard every day to see their pioneer dreams come true. Feeding the colony is a massive job, but they tackle it together. Farming, ranching, and analyzing native plants. I was about to say analyzing, and I don't think that's the point here. Feeding the colony is a massive job, but they tackle it together. I read that already, trying to find a way for humanity to thrive on Vertumna. Every year, their work is hindered by the attacks that seem to target geoponics specifically, but they never give up. The strain ages them prematurely. Your mom dies of a heart attack, too young. Not again! And your dad limps forward another decade or so before claims it too. They'll always be with you, in the ground you walk on, in the trees that give you shade, and in the cycle of life that sustains you. But what about your Hopeye? Is a good companion, but you're no replace. Yeah, they run, they leave, and they have kids not too far. But in my later years, the days turn into months, eventually becoming years, then decades. Before you know it, you're old. Life is tough but rewarding. Vertumna continues to challenge you and your loved ones. The attacks continue every year, getting harder and harder to withstand. And not just that, but droughts, earthquakes, diseases, storms, pestilence, and more. Some years you worry that the colony and humanity will be wiped off the map for good, but humans are good at surviving. The adversity strengthens your resolve. You mourn your dead, celebrate your births, and keep adapting to whatever the planet throws at you. This is your home. This is your home, for better or for worse. You do what you can to make it a good one. Eventually death comes to you, as it does everyone. And we're back to the moment of your death. Is that a person? It's you. I could have done better. Well, I tried, actually. I could tell from the weight of your soul that many people... Yeah, okay. It's the same ending, no matter what. The Exocolonist team. We got Botanist this time, so we got another ending. That's 3 endings. Oh yeah, let's check our Chivos. Which is achievements, for those who don't know. Sneak out to explore. We haven't done that yet, by the way. It doesn't count for the glow bit. I hate you says. Reach rebellion. No! We were so close! Life on Earth we don't get. Ran away. We got the Paradox. These are hidden achievers, of course. Get all ending good lists. Unlock Cal on the main menu. Oh, these are the cards, too. Unlock all characters on the main menu. Oh, we don't have everybody. Oh, we have everybody, okay. Own 4 pets at once. Oh, we have to save melatonin. Screw you! Score 75. Holy Jesus. 5 flushes of 5. Win an impossible challenge in hard mode. Good lord. There's the deck card. Collect them all. Every card in the gallery. There's a lot more than 151. Pokemon reference. Still don't have all endings though, because that is partially because you hate doing the bad ends and doing things with Vase. That's a mood, if I'm being honest. I don't like Vase either. What is this? That's the Delusion card. Okay, against all... This is where we get to depose Lum. Okay, against all odds is probably 10 on the defensive thing at the end of the game. No rain today. I don't know what that be. Peace on Vertumna is probably the best ending. Oh, man. I think this is a good time to stop today's stream. We did good. The game was fantastic. We're gonna play it again tomorrow, but I don't see us doing much in 30 minutes, and I don't want to lose track of time necessarily. As well as just finishing on an ending is actually a really good idea, in my opinion. So before we go, we're gonna talk about Operation Olive Branch. For those of you who are not aware, it's a fantastic game. For the record, heavily recommended. Obviously, by this point, I think we've made it pretty clear. But yeah. So before we go, let's talk about Operation Olive Branch. Operation Olive Branch is an... first of all, no. Let me retry it. Operation Olive Branch is a charity/relief organization that collects funds to try and evacuate people from the Gaza Strip, as there is an ongoing genocide there. We've been talking about it for like a few months now. No, a month and a half maybe? Every day on stream. And the point is to talk about it as much as possible to get big spread. So what I can do here for you guys, or for people who want to help out, is if you go into my Twitch chat and you type in !OOB, as I'm about to do, you will get a double link from my bot, and that will give you a GoFundMe link where you can donate to the organization itself, which I would like to ask anyone who has more than $1,000 in their bank account to donate $5, or if you have less, or if you've already donated because I've asked you to, $1. If you have any questions about Operation Olive Branch, you can always click on the link tree, which has an FAQ and spreadsheet that shows you where all the money's going, as well as a bunch of other links to get you more informed on what's happening on the daily. And you get to you can support specific families. One of the things that Operation Olive Branch does is it gives people with a platform the option to foster a specific GoFundMes for specific families to get them out of the Gaza Strip. Because the situation in Palestine is not good. They're getting... There's an attempted genocide, like I said, I want to be straight about it. There's an attempted genocide ongoing by the Israeli army. And the more we talk about it, the more people are aware, because some people don't really know the depth of what's going on, and it's pretty bad. Like I've been saying, we talk about it as much as possible, because mainstream media, I hate using that term, but like big news shows don't use the word genocide, which unfortunately has the side effect of softening the blow, I guess. It makes people think that it's not as bad. And even if it is overseas for a lot of us, because I know a lot of people around me kind of don't see what's going on necessarily on the daily. Even I don't. I mean, you get news by scrolling Twitter or TikTok. They like to talk about it on that, but we don't get to see what's going on in the day-to-day unless you actively look it out. And a lot of people are just kind of living on their day-to-day because the world kind of is rough to live in right now with an economic crisis in the in the Western Hemisphere, and housing crisis, and all post-COVID nonsense, and all the political stuff that's making everybody have a hard time. It's just a bad time to split your mentality across all these issues. But it is going on. There is a genocide going on in Gaza, in Palestine, because Israel's been trying to get rid of the Palestinians for 75 years. So we talk about it, and I would like to encourage everybody to talk about it as much as possible as well. But that's not as tangible as what we can do by donating. So on that note, I again thank you for everyone who came by. We will be live tonight at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time with Tales of Xillia 2, if Ada and I are both feeling up to it. Otherwise, tomorrow at 1 p.m. with the final stream. No, it might not be the final. With another stream of I Was a Teenage Exocolonist. If you haven't put this game in your Steam wishlist, it's not just on Steam. You can play it on PlayStation and Switch, apparently, if I recall correctly. So, what are you waiting for? I mean, it's a visual novel. It takes not really a huge amount of investment, but it is fantastic with triple autosaves and a beautiful story, and is super queer friendly, which is perfect for Pride Month. If you have any purchase to make Pride Month wise, I'm suggesting this game. On that fantastic note, I would like to wish you folks a fantastic afternoon. Yeah, see you tonight. Free Palestine. Peace out.